last time I believe we were getting supplies to ship off to Aspawn, and I believe what's
I
his
think that
name?
was 2 sessions ago, but yeah. If I remember correctly, we made it into Aspawn. We were stocking up on our journey to go through the sign-in. Is it sign-in pass?
Yep.
And we were talking
Oh
with
yeah,
the locals.
I remember now.
Yes,
we
we were.
basically went in and talked to the soldiers that we managed to convince for us to give.
Yep.
I am pretty sure I know where they are. Somewhere. Okay, there is Captain Himiko,
Yep. Himilko.
Lucas,
You don't have to list all their names. It's okay. They're like stormtroopers.
Morris,
They'll all die soon.
Not if I can say them.
Alexis, Venus, Keliscus, Basalt Servant, and the Balsail, who is a servant, and the dwarf servant,
Yep.
Orlan.
Yep. Sounds right.
Yes, and I believe we got word that there is some kind of large flying creature that of unknown identity.
Yes.
But could possibly be a dragon.
Possibly a dragon, possibly a griffin, possibly an eagle. We don't know what we're dealing with. All we know is that it flies, it has scales, and it killed a whole bunch of people. Sound about right?
Yep. I think we last left off with you guys just arriving at the base of the mountain.
Yep. That's right.
So
that was a cough, not a sneeze.
It sounded like a sneeze.
That's why I hear a lot.
Okay. So you guys, we're gonna start off with you guys just starting at the base. Basically, it's kind of in the foothills over here. And camped, and then you wake up the next day, and you're gonna set off into the mountains. So how this is gonna work is each dashed line is going to be basically a day's worth of travel, assuming everything goes well. There's certain scripted events that I've written, which I've numbered, and then there are also some random events, which we'll see a roll every night.
Okay.
Lovely.
Oh boy, this seems like there's going to be a lot of combat, possibly.
Could be. Not all of it's combat, but
we'll see what happens. I don't know. This is everybody's been telling you this is a very treacherous path. So
who said we're playing the Oregon Trail? I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, just hope you don't turn into the Donner Party.
All right. Well, let's get this over with.
All right. So, we'll pass through the first day. So, I don't have a token. One of you guys can put down your characters.
Okay.
Turn off the grid so it doesn't snap. And that way you can just.
Oh Jesus Christ! What the fuck have I done?
What did you do?
Yep.
Don't mind me. I'm just casually breaking down my entire group thing.
Okay, and then let's see what happens.
As you just casually do.
My screen has turned blue again, so I'm trying to get rid of it. But I did get Luna on the deal.
Okay.
Me.
So 13. All right. So you guys, you make it through a day. Okay.
What have I done? Fuck.
What did
you do? I broke everything.
Okay.
Okay, reset. Maybe that will fix everything.
All right. So you guys, you're going to be. You travel through the first day. This is mostly just in the lower kind of foothills of the mountains, so it's not like an especially difficult journey. You started feeling to get as you get higher and higher, it starts to get chillier and chillier. You notice that the air is getting thinner. You're like panting a lot more as you walk. You guys set up camp for the night. When suddenly you start to feel large ice, hail coming down on you. You see a few trees nearby. Maybe you could take cover under. What are you guys going to do? How are you going to respond?
Oh, let me look at my character sheet real quick. Let's see. What do I want to do?
If we go towards the tree, do we have to make an athletics check?
I would say it could be athletics. I would also accept some kind of like dexterity based check.
Like acrobatics?
I could accept acrobatics. Yeah.
Where we're just trying to get out of the way.
Well, you're getting pelted with hail. So we'll have basically 26 acrobatics. So Lloyd, you managed to kind of leap over some rocks and leap over some of the like supplies that you guys had set up over camp, and then you're kind of taking shelter under a tree.
Let's
You
see,
do
what's-
you do notice so you guys have 2 horses, right? The horses are also getting pelted by hail, as well as all of your supplies.
Oh,
How big is this hail?
yeah.
It's large
Like
enough to maybe it's like I don't know, half an inch in diameter. Pretty big. Big enough to definitely cause some damage.
Okay. Let me see. What do I want to do?
Can I have? Oh, 1 second. I need to see what Luna has actually on her person.
Would the horses be able to fit under the tree?
You might be able to guide them under the tree. It would be an animal handling.
I'll do that. I'm going to try to take the horses and guide them under the tree.
Okay.
21.
21. Yeah, so you managed to kind of calm them down. They're getting pelted and they're kind of freaking out a little bit, but you managed to kind of calm them down and guide them under a tree where they're safe.
Right.
Okay.
Lloyd looks at the soldiers to see how they're handling.
Let's see. The soldiers, I think Himmelko, he's going to kind of shout out commands to some of the soldiers to try and get them to move their cart under one of the larger trees to kind of help shield it from the
I'm
from the
gonna
hail.
make
So let's see
strength
how they do.
check,
Okay.
So that way they could get like supplies under trees and stuff like that.
Okay, that sounds good.
If
Let's see.
Find where my strength check is.
It's on your the left.
So the soldiers are going to try and drag some of the supplies under the tree, and they completely fail. So the soldiers, they start to drag some of the supplies under the tree, but they're getting pelted with hail and it's too heavy, and they just give up and go and
Okay.
hide under one of the
I'm
trees.
gonna go grab the supplies.
Okay.
I don't believe I should be
It's
hurt as much.
is it a strength saving throw?
It would just be a strength check. So
Yeah.
Luna, you go and try and grab some of the supplies, but just
Yeah.
like the soldiers, you find it's too heavy to pull by yourself, and you eventually retreat under one of the trees.
I can't do it.
20.
Oh no. Okay, so Lloyd finally he steps out and drags some of the supplies out from under the out under some of the trees. So now you guys are safe, and after a few hours, the hail eventually passes. Okay, and that was the event for today. So now we move on to the next day.
I could just. Lloyd just goes like, oh, that was not very fun.
Yeah, Himmelko just kind of nods at you. Yeah, passing through these mountains can be quite hazardous. It's the weather that kills most people. All right.
Hopefully, we can manage to get across without any more issues, but I have a bad feeling that won't be that way.
I say we eat the dragonborn first.
When it just knocks on a tree.
All right. With that, you guys settle in for the night. and then you head out the next morning. As you're walking, you pass by an emergency cabin. So this is kind of where you're getting to the point where you're out of the foothills and you're entering into the really tall mountains. And at the base of the first tall mountain, there's a small cabin, which is maintained by some of the locals. It's kind of an emergency in case there's like a blizzard or something that blows in. You look around, there's no food, but there is a small stock of wood. So if there were a blizzard or something, you could potentially seek shelter there. You guys walk throughout the day, and then let's see what event happens as you guys are settling in 3. Okay, interesting. I can't do that one. Not yet. I'll do a different one.
Okay.
Eh?
Oh, 13 again. Okay, well, it starts to hail again.
Are you kidding me?
All right.
Lloyd just goes like, wait, what about the cabinet? Can it just protect us from the hail as well as...
Yes. Okay. So you're going to try and drag your stuff into the cabin?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the good thing about the cabin is you guys are you're pretty much able to get everything inside. That's the whole point of the reason it's there. So, lucky for you, you got a hailstorm right as soon as you got into the cabin. So there you go. You guys settle down for the
Lloyd
night in the
just
cabin?
sighs in frustration. He just goes like, how did we manage to come here at the worst possible time?
Luna just goes, I swear we're no longer in winter.
That's true. It is. It's late spring. But
if this is what it's like in late spring, I don't want to know what it's like in the winter.
Himilko just looks over at you and he says, "These mountains they're snow capped all year round. All year round. You can get heavy snowstorms even in late spring or early summer, in some of the taller mountains."
Luna just kind of goes, why is she just goes, goes, I am so much thankful that I'd used the freaking stream. After crossing the mountains.
Lloyd just comments, just going like, oh, I bet you and your men really enjoy exploring this part, huh, Himilko?
No one ever likes passing over these mountains, but we have to do what we have to do, I suppose. This isn't even as bad as it can sometimes be.
I understand. Sorry if I seem to be complaining a lot. I'm not used to these kinds of temperatures.
Oh, I must say, it's quite unusual to have hail twice in a row like this. Perhaps the gods don't want us to succeed.
I really hope not. I'd hate to die in a place like this.
Yes, I can't imagine it would be a good way to go. Falling off a cliff or freezing to death.
Well, we shouldn't try to keep in good spirits. Getting down on ourselves and complaining will only make it harder.
Right.
It's true. Or not even halfway yet.
We're not even, yes, what he said. All right.
Okay, so you guys, you tuck in for the night. And the next day you start passing again. All right. So on this day, you guys are walking along. You remember that it was, according to some of the people that you encountered, it was around this time when the caravans were attacked. So you're sort of on guard. I'd like you all to make a perception check for me.
Can I do something while I make a perception check?
Yeah, go for it.
I want to cast Fly on myself
Okay, good decision.
and see if I can get an aerial view.
Okay, yeah,
So,
you definitely can. You
So
definitely can do
it's
that.
and
oh,
then I'm going to go with
I am completely oblivious to what's going on in the world. Hooray!
Okay, all right. So,
2 of us
so
passed.
Panda. So, what's gonna happen is so Panda he's sort of you fly up, and you're sort of looking down around the path, trying to see what you can see, but what you don't see is what's above you, because you're so focused on looking down at the path. Greenspell and Luna, you both will notice this. As you sort of look up and you see, you see Panda, or you see Usopp
Usopp.
flying up. You see Usopp flying up into the sky. You see this silvery glint next to him. It seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you see suddenly a dragon that comes swooping in and attacks Usopp midair.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Do we need to roll initiative?
Yes.
I was about to say, can
We will
Usopp,
roll
like, do a
initiative.
dex saving
Well,
throw?
we
Um,
wouldn't be doing a deck save. That would be Panda.
Yeah, I know,
Yep.
that's why I said panda.
So the dragon will get a surprise round on. Well, he'll just take one attack on Panda, and then
okay.
we'll start off with
Fine.
everything normal.
Oh, shoot. Did I really get a 23? Okay.
Where
got
are
the
we on
nat
the
20.
where are we on the path here?
You will be
Here?
on the left side. Yeah.
Okay.
So the dragon is sort of swooping up. He's in the air at the moment. So, well, I guess Panda, you'll be kind of here,
Yeah.
getting it.
I find it
Getting
funny
murdered.
that Greenspell has the biggest token out of all of us, despite being the shortest here.
You can change. I can't change the size of it. Somebody else is going to have to. Only you
Yeah,
can make my token smaller. There we go.
I'll be right here.
Okay. All right. For some reason, it didn't. I do you guys to the initial order. I could do that manually though. So let's see. Luna got a 23. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got not 20.
And then let's see. Lloyd got a 14. All right. And then do you guys want the? So Himiko, as he sees the dragon, he sort of turns to you. I suppose he'll turn to you, Lloyd, and Greenspell, and Luna, the rest of you. He turns to you. Do you want my men to support you with this? I'm not sure that we can take on a dragon, but we'll stand by your side if we need to.
Stay far behind us with one or two with bows. The rest of you stay far behind. Keep the supplies protected. I don't want you guys coming in harm's way.
He nods, and
The rest of us will take on the front line against this beast.
so he'll have a couple guys.
I would say like two people with bows, and like the rest are just far back out of in safety.
Okay, they're protecting the horses and everything. Let's see. Okay, all right. So before this all starts, the dragon is going to take a swipe at Usopp while you're midair still.
Yay.
So he's going to try and bite you and then slash at you with his claws. Ooh.
Ooh.
Does a 14 hit?
Let's. Yeah.
Ouch.
Mm.
This is going to be the death of
Usopp.
poor Usopp here.
I think. Oof.
All right.
Usopp,
So
what
that's
is Usopp?
That's 52.
there you go.
Ooh.
52. Are you still alive?
Give me 2 seconds. Yes, I'm alive.
Okay,
How?
there you go.
Hold on. Boop. Okay, I got my health adjusted.
Okay. All right, and then let me get these guys rolled in, and then we'll start with the initiative order. I hate that it doesn't do this automatically. Ba-ba-ba-bum.
How does everyone seemingly have more health than me? This is
I don't.
ridiculous.
I
He
don't.
has,
I don't. I have crap health.
Usopp does
Rel-
have quite good constitution.
That is true.
Yes.
For a sorcerer, he has some pretty decent constitution.
Yeah. Luna has like I believe 46 health. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Represent soldier. There we go.
I think I have about average health for my class, but it's not a lot.
And
We're also only level 6. 7.
Yeah.
Sorry.
that is true. But who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe defeating a dragon will be enough.
And don't forget that fighting is not always the only option.
Sure, you could run away.
I guess. Well, that wasn't what I had in mind, but we'll see what happens when you get the initiative order set up.
Okay, there we go. This is the last guy. All right. All right, Luna, you're up first.
Somehow. I'm not gonna move. Can Luna tell what type of dragon it is?
It's a white dragon.
A white dragon?
You can see that it has white scales, so it's definitely a white dragon.
Oh, so it's gonna be. Ooh, fuck. Sorry. That's not going to be fun. Is it an adult or a baby?
It's a young dragon.
Yeah, it doesn't look
well, we
like
would-
it's an adult to you.
Okay. Well, is from the Dragonlands. That's kind of why I assumed she would know. Do
Yeah,
I need to
Luna
roll-
might.
do I need to roll a knowledge check for that?
Well, let's see. What kind of knowledge would that be?
Nature, maybe?
Yeah, I think that would be nature, but I'll give you advantage since you are from the Dragonland.
20.
Okay,
Good
thank
thing.
God you did.
Yeah, so you would know. You immediately recognize this as a young white dragon. Definitely not an adult. It looks to you like it is. Like it's probably been here a little while, so it's not like. You know that dragons, once they reach a certain age, they sort of leave the nest, so to speak, and they go out on their own.
Yeah, dragons.
This dragon has probably been here for.
Dragons hit like adulthood when they're like 15, so.
Right. So you think this dragon has probably been out here for a little while. It's not like it's just left the nest. So probably more like it is still young.
Okay.
You know that it's a white dragon, and you would know that white dragons are associated with cold.
Yep. This is going to be fun. Fire versus ice.
It's super effective.
Maybe.
Or maybe not.
Or we could be working with Mega Man Zero mechanics and they take no damage from fire.
You'll find out, I guess, if you use fire damage. See what happens.
I'm very annoyed. I can't do a measuring tape on this one, I don't think.
Or wait, I think I got the elemental triangle wrong in that game. I think it's ice beats electricity, electricity beats fire, fire
I'm gonna
beats
move to right
ice.
here.
Let's see. That's yeah. You could move further if you wanted.
I do not want to move
You can
further.
You don't want to get closer to the dragon?
No!
He looks so friendly. Look at him.
Wait!
Wait, if you're Dragonborn, can't you just try to talk it down?
Yeah, that's
So
kind of what I
okay,
was going
I would
with.
say
You
With
need
a
to try and lay the dragon.
with a yeah, okay, with a nat 20, you would know that they are intelligent creatures.
Yeah,
They're
also,
not.
I believe chaotically evil white dragons are.
Yeah, so they are very evil. They're somewhat intelligent. They're not typically intelligent enough to be able to talk. So, like some of the chromatic dragons are smarter than some of the other ones, but the young white dragons almost never are smart enough to be able to talk. They're pretty like imagine like a wolf or something. That level of intelligence, maybe slightly smarter.
They can
Or-
understand speech, but they can't talk, or they can understand basic
Yeah, they could
body
understand,
language,
like,
I guess.
basic body language. They're very trainable, but they're not like they can't talk. And also, you know that pretty much all of the chromatic dragons, so that is the ones that don't have like metallic scales, they're considered evil generally, always. And so it's you considering that this is a chromatic dragon, you know that it's probably not worth trying to
Yeah.
negotiate with it or befriend it.
Yeah, like
But you
it's
could-
chaotic. It's evil, I believe.
You could try.
All that means is, well, chaotic evil, all that means is that chaotic in the sense of it just doesn't obey any set of rules. That doesn't mean it doesn't have motivations that we can exploit,
That is
per
true.
se.
I guess with a nat 20, well, it's not a nat 20, but it's
It's just
dirty,
a 20.
just a dirty 20. With a dirty 20, you would probably also know, like many dragons, especially chromatic dragons, they tend to collect gold. So probably the reason it's attacking you is to try and take your armor and weapons and money.
Okay. Can I make an offer?
Yeah,
The-
I mean,
50 gold for the dragon to leave us alone. For the dragon to leave the people of who cross this land alone.
Or I'm pretty sure that won't convince it to just leave.
It also probably can't
them.
understand what you're trying to say.
Mm.
Let me think about this. It'll either be persuasion or animal handling. Let me think.
Persuasion.
Yeah, but persuasion, I can easily do it.
Also, since she's a dragonborn, can't she speak in Draconic? In
Yeah. So it might be so. Okay, yeah,
I would say
it has
persuasion.
enough intelligence to be able to understand basic, simple words, especially in Draconic. It can't speak Common, but it can maybe speak Draconic. You think? So you can try persuasion. I think. Actually, no, it can speak Common. Never mind. You can just talk to it in Common. So you could, yeah, try persuasion. Sure.
Okay. So
I can tell you, it's not going to be easy. 23.
I'm getting good rolls right now.
So, so the dragon, with this, it seems to pause. It doesn't say anything, but it is looking at your offer. You don't know how it'll react. That'll be your turn.
Okay.
Himmelko, he looks over to the rest of you and he says, "Are we trying to bargain with this beast now? Shall I attack it or not?"
Hold your fire.
Hold your fire for now. Let's
Okay.
see where this goes.
He,
But
he
have it, but be ready just in case.
he sort of holds back his men. He puts up an arm, and so they're just gonna hold their turns. Green spell.
Let's see. Interesting. I'm thinking what I want to do. Where's my wild shape limitations? It has to be a quarter. Sorry. Let me see. What can I turn into that's a quarter or less? Also, what the hell do dragons eat? Sorry, I don't know this, so. I guess what I will do is I think a horse is too high of a CR to turn into.
Maybe your
For a
limit is
quarter.
1/4, right?
Yeah, it's a quarter, so it may not be a riding horse here. I have the compendium, so I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah.
It's a quarter,
Oh yeah. Horse is a quarter. Yep.
and it's got a speed of 60 feet. So I am going to turn myself into a horse,
Okay.
and I am going to run. I guess it would. This is considered rough terrain here. Basically, if I try to jump onto like the cliff.
Yeah, if you go up the cliff, along the path is not, but if you go up the cliff, it would be.
Okay. So how far would I be? Like 30. If it's difficult terrain, would it be half the distance?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up here.
Okay.
So, and making lots of whinnying noises to try to distract it.
Okay. All right.
Keep in mind, I can't speak or use magic while I'm in my wild shape, so it literally just sounds like a horse.
Okay. There you go.
That ends my turn.
You have Greenspell trying the distract method, Luna trying the bribe method. Usopp, what are you doing?
How do you like your cape?
I like it. I like it.
Superman.
Yeah, because
So-
he has something to fly.
How distracted is he? He's contemplating the offer.
He roll insight.
I would love to. If I can find it. There we go.
21. So it does seem like he's at the very least intrigued. It seems like this wasn't really what he was expecting. But it also seems like, I mean, you don't know that much about dragons, but it does seem unlikely that he would be willing to accept only 50 gold. But he at least for the moment, he seems like he is genuinely considering it.
Okay. So basically, what I'm going to do is say,
Can you?
everyone close your eyes.
Oh.
Okay, the
Luna just
dragon
looks at-
closes. The dragon also closes his eyes.
and closes.
He can speak common.
That's fair.
No, just have everyone
Oh wait,
Well, I'm-
actually,
That's fine,
cover
'cause-
your pupils from
Well, I think I'm-
this thing.
Well, I'm far enough away. I don't have to worry about it. Probably.
That's
It's
fine.
30 feet.
As long as it's gonna put it directly in front of him, connecting us, so it lasts up to a minute. So as long as he can no longer look at us from where he's at.
so you're both still in the air, right?
Uh-huh.
So does fly a concentration spell?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Check.
or
Check
we're
real
about to
quick.
see Usopp plummeting like a rock.
Is
Maybe.
fly concentration.
I can tell you in about 2 seconds here.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so you could do that, but then you'll
No,
fall
So I'm
out of the
definitely
air.
not gonna do that. Sorry.
Watch as he just has freaking Lloyd have to run up and catch him.
I think he would
Oh.
die.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure he would die because he was already really low, and
Unless, like, Lloyd can catch him.
So I'm
Because
gonna,
it is.
I'm just gonna flash a little bit of gold, and then slowly descend. I don't know how far up I am.
I'll say how fast is fly? I'll say it was like 1 turn up, so it'll take you a turn to go down. What's your fly speed with fly? Do you know? Is it just 30 feet?
60.
60? Okay, so you're 60 feet up. I'll say. So it'll take you all of your movement to get back down to the ground.
Cool.
All right. The dragon will not take an attack of opportunity. It'll just let you go. So you still have an action and a bonus action.
I'm going to take a full action to, and you're going to have to remind me of what this does because I only have one of them, but I don't know the stats on it.
He's not flying
A
anymore.
potion of
Aw.
supreme healing.
Yeah.
10d4 plus 20, I think.
That sounds right. Let me double check it though. 10d4
I only know
plus
that
20.
because I had to do it. I did use one like a couple sessions ago.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Sorry, again, a little spiced up on Mountain Dew. What's the commands for rolling?
It's /R and then it's literally
R
just 10d4
and
plus
20.
20. Yep. /R space and then just 10d4 plus 20.
4 plus 20.
You could also use the advanced dice roller if you wanted
That's
as well.
true.
26. That work?
Yep.
Yep, so 46 points of healing.
Let me do math real quick.
You don't need to do math. It's math for yours, right? Sorry.
So yeah, no, I gotta see what I get back. So okay.
Oh yeah, and so I sorry, I forgot to say this. So did you mean to take so how I do it if you wanted to take a full action, you could do that. And then you would get the maximum possible healing.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be whatever the maximum of 10d40 is, so it would be like 40 plus
60.
20, so you get 60. Or you could take just like how you did do it, where you roll, and that would just be a bonus. So you'd still have your action.
Okay, I will take the bonus.
Okay.
And then can I? Oh, what did I do? Hold on. Okay, then I'm going to ready an action,
Okay.
and then probably should let you know what action that is. Yes. Okay, so let me get rid of all this. I am going to ready polymorph.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is funny.
So I will have that in my back pocket if ever it seems to turn hostile.
Okay. All right. So if it takes an attack action
Mhm.
against someone, then you will take your polymorph attack against it. Okay. That works. All right. So you have held your action. And then let's see. Lloyd, it's your turn.
So what did he do?
So
Like polymorph into what?
so
He
you
didn't use it.
yeah. So you can take you can hold your action, which means you say I'm going to take this action if certain conditions are met. So like he's saying if the dragon lands and takes an attack action, then I will cast polymorph on it. So you can hold your action and then use it later on. You just have to give like what will cause your action to activate basically.
Well, moving count.
If it moves,
Not like if I move, will it count?
you can move. All you're holding is your action.
Okay, Lloyd just moves in between in between Healy and Gold, just pushing her back a little bit
Okay.
away from the Gold as a way just to try and disengage the thing, trying to show no hostility towards it whatsoever.
All right. Lunar,
It doesn't have a bow or sword.
Lunar, are
It
you
just
gonna let
has a
him pull
shield
you back?
raised.
Huh?
Are you gonna let Lloyd pull you back?
to where? I don't even see
He's just-
myself.
He
You're on top
moved
of
on
her.
top. Yeah, he moved
You're
on
in the
top
same
onto your
space.
square, and then he's trying to pull you back from the gold. You can try and fight him, or you can just let him pull you back.
All right, I will take a step back.
Okay. All right, Lloyd, are you going to do anything else in your turn?
I'm gonna hold.
You're holding an attack action.
Yeah, and my bonus action.
Okay, I think you can only hold
The action.
action, not bonus. But so you're going to take your action if the dragon attacks you. I'm guessing, or if it just takes the attack action.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, the soldier is going to hold his action, and the dragon is going to land with a great crash in front of you. You can feel the like freezing ice cold breath as it looks you up and down, and it looks over at the gold, and it eyes you for a second, but then it immediately turns to Luna and starts speaking in Draconic.
Yay!
Lloyd can
You think-
understand this as well.
You think that this meager offering would be enough to make me leave, little pup?
Luna
I could
responds,
kill you all and take all of your gold. Why should I take this?
Luna responds.
Lloyd,
I was just hoping you would let people pass. You can.
Lloyd just raises up his.
If they go onto go off of the path, you can do what they want. You want.
He sort of lets out a small snort. I can kill whoever I want. It's my right to take their gold. If I'm more powerful than them, I deserve it.
Lloyd just stands between her and the dragon before stating, and what makes you think that we're just mere travelers? We're much stronger than what we look like. And if you do turn out to be wrong and you just turn out dead, then what's the point? You lose everything. And we get all the spoils. Would you want that?
All right, Luna, you you try
Would
and
that
get
be a
insight on the dragon, and you see that he is talking
I
to
guess
you.
I guess that would be a persuasion.
Yeah, that would be persuasion.
You can try rolling persuasion. Okay.
Not 20, let's go!
All right.
Damn,
Let's see.
You had a point.
The dragon looks at you, and he seems to sort of ponder what you're saying. I would need more gold than this to make it worth my while, and I can never guarantee the safety of anyone passing over these mountains. Perhaps you are powerful, but most of the caravans that pass over this path, well, they're not so strong as you. I've taken on many.
I have
If
no
you're not
doubt
here to
about.
protect them, I have no reason to hold back.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Mm.
Where would you
Sorry.
have me go?
Is there any possibility to shout, "Can I have a word with you Sir Dragon.
You can. They're speaking in Draconic, so you have no idea. Do you speak
I have-
Draconic?
I speak Draconic.
Can I
Oh,
use
okay. Well,
the-
apparently everybody.
Yeah, except me.
Well, you're a horse anyway.
Can-
Well, even if that's true, well, I couldn't understand even if I wasn't a horse.
It's true. I mean, you could understand them if they're speaking in common, but
They're not.
you can't have a conversation. Anyway,
True.
yeah. So the soldiers are just like staring at you, like, what are they
What?
saying? What's going on? And
What?
meanwhile, Greenspell's a horse up on the top of the hill, like.
Okay,
I-
I
I'm
can't
a-
say that name. I have a place for them to go, but I can't say the name.
Okay. The dragon. Yeah. So Usopp, you want to interrupt and say something? The dragon will turn and look at you.
Is there any chance that so I held the action? Is there any chance I can use it? He's
I mean, at this point, you're basically not in combat anymore.
yeah. That's fine.
You're just talking with him, so you could.
And we're doing it really well. Surprisingly enough.
I will say
Yeah, stop being so persuasive. You're ending my
The
combat.
fighter being
encounters.
persuasive.
I know.
here's the deal.
It's so ironic that the fighter is talking down the dragon.
To be fair, the Dragonborn kinda is the one who started this.
That's true. So the dragon turns to you, Usopp.
I'm gonna say, listen, get out of here for 50 gold, or you die
That's
here.
80.
Nope, we're sticking at 50. You die here.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Okay.
The dragon, he sort of looks you up and down.
Be back.
Like just face palms
I can
as soon as he hears that.
smell the dragon in you. You certainly act like one. But even still, I caught you unawares, and I nearly took your life.
Hmm.
Why should I be afraid of you?
Can Lloyd try to do a talk?
I'll have Usopp roll intimidation.
Okay. I'm just gonna chuckle to myself and go, listen, I said what I said. Leave with your money or die.
If we're not in combat, then can I
Seven.
freely move or no?
Yeah, for now you can move freely.
I'm like gonna run over here.
Okay. All right. With a 7, the dragon kind of scoffs a little bit, but says, "I think it is equally likely that I should end all of you up here. Perhaps it is better that neither of us take the risk. I would be willing to let you pass if you pay me more gold, but dragons must build their hordes. It is our way. I will not leave this spot."
That's what I'm telling you. Either you let us through and maybe we'll let you can get along with your way, or you die here.
Okay, what did I miss?
Basically, he's trying to friend the dragon now.
Oh, I'm not threatening.
It was a little threatening.
I'm not bluffing, I should say, yeah.
It's true. Let's see. The dragon, The dragon says, "I will consider allowing you to pass. You and your group to pass, if you pay me a little bit more gold, so that I can take it back to my horde. But I will not leave this spot."
Will you not kill anymore? If they get
No.
lose off the path, you can do it as you wish. But on the path, no.
Not
The dragon sort of it breathes out like this. You can tell it's getting frustrated. It breathes out this like
She added 30 to the. She added 30 gold to the pile. So
you can
Ellis?
now.
you can tell the dragon's getting frustrated now, and it sort of says, "And where should I go?
Lloyd
I
just
must collect for my hoard."
Lloyd just raises his hand before saying, "You know, I think we could help you with that. There is a group of barbarians near here that you can easily fly to, and let's say the trade deal with them doesn't go our way, and they continue to try and pillage and attack. We wouldn't mind you going over there and plundering them, taking all you want for yourself. We won't care as long as it's not our empire." And
Roll persuasion.
I got
see
her.
if you you're gonna
Okay.
hire a dragon as a mercenary.
Okay.
Bruh.
What did he get?
26.
26! Let's go!
Okay.
This has been interesting.
You can't have a pet dragon. This is not. I'm not allowing this.
Allowing it.
I'm
Also,
not
I'm no longer-
having Lloyd.
I'm
keep
also no
this
longer
as
a horse. I decided, seeing that my strategy did not work, I decided to transform back into myself.
No, Lloyd is
Okay.
not trying to have them as a pet dragon. He's just
Okay.
trying to convince the dragon, just going like, you know, if as long as you leave our empire alone, and if the barbarians don't want to have things go our way, we don't mind you going over and plundering them.
The dragon. It seems to consider your idea. And these barbarian warriors, they're so much weaker than you. You think I would easily be able to take them on?
Considering that we killed a godlike being already, I would say safely so.
You could have just
The
said
dragon-
Aboleth.
The dragon kind of looks at you for a second and, perhaps.
You can keep the gold. Think of it as a payment in advance. And if the thing doesn't go our way, we'll come right back and tell you can plunder to your heart's content.
These
a win-win.
barbarians, do they live in the mountains?
They live nearby.
So I wouldn't need to move my spot then. I could stay here.
Correct.
Prefer living in the cold mountains.
You can live here as long as you don't attack
out
our
of-
travelers.
Out of character, real quick here. I'm pretty sure that the place that we're going to is basically a steppe, so it's not or it's like a desert, but it's probably
Yep.
not cold. So
That is true.
Yeah.
something tells me the dragon would not like being in that area for too long. Just pointing that out.
But still, it would be like at nighttime in particular, because deserts get cold at night. And especially since they're asleep, would most likely be the most optimal time to strike.
Also, I have no idea what the distance scale is in terms of how far it is from here to the edge of the mountain pass.
It's almost a month by walking.
So probably like 50, 60 miles. Give or take.
Yeah. I mean,
But since
it
it's a
is probably
dragon,
a lot. It would take a lot less time for a dragon because you're flying.
It's true.
So, like the actual mile, like by the crow, as the crow flies, is probably less. Versus you're having to like go up and down these like valleys, and so I mean, it could maybe be like a few days journey or something.
Well, again, I'm not saying any of this in real time. I'm all over here. They can't
Well,
hear any of this.
The dragon sort of considers it for a moment, and he says, "Very well. I will agree to this on the one condition that you will guarantee that I will get some percentage of the plunder from this expedition of yours. That is my requirement. I don't
Trust
care
me.
if you succeed in convincing them or not. I want a portion of the gold."
You have a deal, and I never go back on my promises.
The dragon says, "Good. I hope you do not. For in a few years' time, I will no longer be such a young dragon, and if I come after you then, there certainly will be no stopping me from eating you." And with that, he sort of steps around, and then
Did he
you
not hear
notice that
Luna?
there's a small cave here, and he just goes into the cave.
Did he not hear Luna what she said?
What did you say?
She said, "Thank you, Kin."
He
she's
doesn't say
saying-
anything. he just slinks off into his little cave.
Okay.
Lloyd just
It
takes
is a fellow
a
dragon, so it is a fellow dragon.
Lloyd
That's why
just-
she said Kin.
Just how large is the opening to this cave?
Large enough that you. I mean, it's about as wide as at least a person. I mean, it's big enough a dragon can get through. So the opening's pretty big.
Okay. I'm not doing anything. I'm just asking a question here.
Lloyd just takes a deep breath before letting
If Lloyd
out
wants to
a
smack
long
Luna, she can.
exasper.
If Lloyd wants to smack Luna, she can. Because she's the one who started all of this.
Honestly, I want to. He just looks at you two and just looks at you and Ustav before grabbing them both by the shoulder,
I'm all the way over
pulling
here.
them, and just going.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm all the
Lloyd
way
just
over here.
runs at him.
Are you gonna try to tackle me?
Luna was actually trying to
Oh.
like make
No, but-
peace with the dragon.
Yeah.
I wasn't suggesting that we do anything to. I wasn't suggesting that we do something to hurt the dragon.
Luna wasn't threatening the dragon though, so she. Was
I'm not threatening the dragon either.
Also,
Not yet, at least.
Himmelko
Why
just
don't
walked
you
up.
guys?
He walks up
Lloyd
to you
just
and he's
sighs before just going like, "Next time we want to negotiate, you guys should really leave it to me, or at
Oh, I
least
wasn't
ask
joking.
for
Just-
my advice."
Just
No,
for
I
the
wasn't-
record, my character has no idea what you two were talking about, so I
Yeah.
have no idea what's going on.
that's true.
I don't
So-
think anyone other than like the free has any idea what they were
Everyone
going
except
on
for the
about.
soldiers and myself know what's going on.
Yeah. Himmelko,
For you, I'm just hearing random dragon speak, and then next thing you know, he's gone. I'm like, what the hell?
Himmelko just he takes the 80 gold off the ground and just slinks away into his little cave. Himmelko walks up to you and he just says, he turns to you, Lloyd and Luna, and he says, "I don't know what you just said to that thing, but I can't believe that worked."
Well, either way, if the brigands don't agree to our plans, now we have a dragon plundering them constantly, leaving them to have to worry about it now instead of us, he said with a cheeky smirk.
And how did you convince it? Never mind. I don't even want to know.
You're forgetting. You're talking to a former noble. It's kind of in our nature to talk things out and come up with agreements.
I suppose so.
Luna just says, Luna just kind of whispers, "I didn't want to kill a kin." So, let's just put it this way. Luna sees all dragons as kin. Because,
Alright.
for obvious reasons.
Well, good job, everyone. Way to not be murder hobos.
Wait, you wanted us to be murder hobos.
I'm just surprised, honestly. I think
You
that's the
let-
first.
You let this happen, though.
It's true, but
You could have
listen,
just
they
been
rolled,
like,
they rolled 3 27s in a row in persuasion.
I mean, the DC could have been something stupid like a 30 or something, and you could have been like, yeah, no, give me like 1,000 gold or like leave me alone.
It was already very improbable to get that as roll as high as you did, and
Given that they have a plus 11, they only need a 9 to get over 20.
As well as Lloyd was talking as well, and he only has +7.
Yep.
So
Okay, sorry, you need a 13. Excuse me. All right. Anyway,
3.
so
Yeah,
I'm walking back here, and I'm like, what just happened?
let's just say I managed to broker a deal with a dragon.
Can I at least keep my clothes on?
Don't worry.
No, that
You
was
don't
the
have-
part of the deal.
Damn it. I'm never gonna see. Well, let's get this over with.
Lloyd just looks at Ustav and just goes like, "You're a jerk, you know that?"
By the way,
You-
I will tell you my contingency plan, just in case things went wrong.
You were
Yeah,
gonna
we're
turn
about-
him into like a cheap
we're
chicken
waiting-
or something, weren't you?
Wait
Of
while we're
course.
not near the dragon.
Let's walk off.
yeah. How good of hearing does a dragon have? All right, no, you guys walk off.
I still can't believe that
Not an
worked.
issue. You walk right past the dragon's little his lair and
See, my
keep on walking.
my contingency plan is once he went into his cave to find a boulder big enough to block the entrance so he couldn't leave. But no, that can't do that.
Well, look at the
Because
pile
who's
of
to
gold.
say that the dragon will be good to his word?
Get out of the. Get out of
I
here.
feel
right-
like it would be
I'm not talking in character. I'm
Oh.
just.
Yeah, you guys walk past a little bit and now can talk.
We're like,
Alright,
yeah, we're like halfway across the map now. He can't hear unless he has like super hearing. He can't hear us,
Lloyd
or
would
he
just
shouldn't be able to hear
go
us.
like. I feel like as long as we provided benefits and the ability to continue its way of life, I think it'll keep its part of a deal.
I think it's kind of funny how at the beginning of the encounter, you're like, it has the intelligence of a child, and all of a sudden now it can speak full sentences.
Yeah, I that was because and then I actually looked at the stat block and
Okay.
nope, I was wrong.
Okay. Like that took a 180.
Yeah, he has much higher intelligence than I thought he did. He's still not that smart, to be fair,
He's not stupid.
and then draconic. So
There you go.
Yeah.
It wasn't draconic, so.
I still think somebody should have tried to seduce the dragon.
No.
No, we are not going to seduce the dragon.
You're the bard. You're the bard. You have to. It's the law of D&D.
yeah, that's true. And she's half dragon.
She's also a child.
Yes, I was going to say you with advantage. So is
Well,
he.
he's also young.
Well, he's also a
Yeah.
child.
God, just
I wasn't suggesting you do that kind of thing. I'm kidding. Chill, please. Okay. All right.
not even sure if Mara Jade can post this video after you saying that.
Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Luckily,
Nothing the little video editing can't handle.
luckily
She
we're
doesn't
already-
edit her videos.
She might have to now.
All right. Well, all right, so
no,
yeah, you guys
hopefully
managed
be
to-
Fine, considering I don't have these like as like kid for like say they're for kids. I don't say they're for
Yeah.
kids. Ugh. You get what I'm trying to say?
It's
Yeah.
D&D After Dark. Yes.
All
And
right,
it is
well,
quite literally after dark because it's dark outside.
Yeah.
You
and
guys
it's, like,
managed
already
to,
an hour in, so we're fine.
you guys
Don't
managed
really
to.
watch my stuff anyway, so.
You guys managed to avoid fighting the dragon. You guys walk further up along the path, and before you know it, it's dark, and you guys are setting up camp. Right. You guys pass the night without incident, and so we move on to the next
Lloyd
one.
just goes like, I'm sorry if I got a little bit dark there with things.
To who?
Whatever advantage we can.
Who's he
And-
apologizing to?
Just the two who overheard what he was saying.
Listen, Lloyd. My contingency plan was, and I'm sorry, Luna, but I do believe if I polymorph something into a chicken and shove them into a bag of holding, they don't last long.
Didn't we determine though that the bags of holding are infinite though? So technically speaking, there's an infinite amount of air.
There actually there is no air in bags of holding. That is the thing.
Oh,
They have basically infinite space, but there's no air inside. The keep people or animals inside bags of holding, but
so living things can't be put in there, but
They-
objects can.
they can put them in there. They just die. That's
So
like the
basically,
mechanism.
we have a black hole.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I never really thought about it being abused in that way. So,
no.
I feel like you're sounding a lot like that. There's like this one person on YouTube or TikTok who does like super broken like rules exploits where it's like, oh, I'm gonna use Mage Hand and put it inside and rip it out. And I'm like,
Sorry.
no,
No.
like
so-
no.
you could definitely put the chicken in there, and then the polymorph chicken would die. I think
Then
it would be a
become
lot
dragon.
harder. It would be a lot harder to keep the dragon inside the bag once it was a dragon again.
Mhm.
I was gonna say one doesn't it is concentration check for polymorph where it can just break free if it's transformation.
It lasts
That's
an
true.
as long as it fails, it lasts an hour.
Yeah.
So
So
there's no saving
that's
throw
okay.
each round to be like, oh, you're no longer, trying
Well,
to break.
no,
What I would do is, once it takes enough damage inside the bag to become not polymorphed again,
it would.
I would
become
just have the dragon would try to break out of the bag.
Uh-huh.
And if it broke out of the bag, then it would destroy the bag.
Oh,
And everything in it.
probably a bad idea then.
Probably.
Yeah, all our stuff.
The plan was take that bag of holding, right? It lasts up to an hour. Something can last about 10 minutes. Dig it underground. And so then we'd run away.
I'm just glad I'm not the DM right now.
I mean, it's
Fair.
creative.
Lloyd
It is
just
creative.
goes like, you do realize as soon as that thing breaks out, he would have murdered all of us. Try to come after all of us, right?
He's buried 6 feet underground. It might take a time.
Having a mad dragon flying after you. Put him in a bag and then buried him. How would you dig a hole fast enough?
Yeah.
Also,
It lasts up to an hour.
where are we getting? Also, I'm assuming that you would be using my bag of holding because since you don't have one,
I would assume.
Yeah.
and you're
All
just
your
gonna
stuff in
take.
it.
You're probably just gonna take it with because that's your mo. You just take stuff. Oh, I like these boots. Yoink, they're mine. Take it.
I was gonna call you over and put the chicken in it. But retroactively thinking, all this is probably a bad idea.
I think
Like I
it,
said, I'm a little hyped up on Mountain Dew. So
I think it would turn out really funny.
It'd be funny.
It would be funny.
It would be funny. It'd be funny if it worked. It'd be catastrophic if it didn't. Both be funny though. All right. Well,
funny either way.
who knows? Maybe if we do something to it, maybe its mother will come and try to kill us.
Nah, I think I'm gonna come up with something better for the next one.
Well, I only have one bag of holding, and I don't think it works like that. All right.
No,
So,
something.
all right, moving on.
There's a good chance that dragon will come back at some point. So
Yeah. Again, who knows if we can actually keep it to its word? It may just be like, okay, here's 80 gold. I'm still going to kill you.
well,
Assuming if it is actually chaotic evil, doesn't necessarily mean it will be. By definition, chaotic means it doesn't obey any rules or code. So it could just stab, metaphorically stab us in the back.
Oh, you're camping.
Pretty
I was about
much.
to go to sleep. All right. Well, anyways, with that thought,
well.
you guys.
Oh,
Why did you give the DM ideas?
He already had it.
So with that thought, anyway, you guys, you set up camp for the night. It is probably going to become relevant at some point. Who is on watch?
I would.
So how are you guys divvying up watch?
How long is each watch? Roughly.
That's up for you guys to decide.
Well, there's 4 of us, and I'd say 2 hours each.
Okay, so you're just splitting it the night up equally.
I mean, unless anyone else has something else they want to offer.
No, that sounds mathematically correct.
Okay.
So
I'll take first watch.
Luna will take second.
Right.
I'll take third.
I'll take fourth.
Okay. Well, you guys all you guys all go to bed, and the watch starts, and the soldiers will set up a watchman of their own. Also, so there will be 2 people on watch at all times.
Okay.
This night will pass.
So all 4 of us nothing happens.
Nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
And so you go to the next day. You're getting higher and higher up in the mountains now. It's getting colder and colder, and the air is getting a lot thinner. But you guys trudge along.
Lloyd can just. You can see the red on Lloyd's face, and he just got like.
Does this roll anything other than 13? 4. Okay, there we go. We're not doing another hailstorm.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
no more hailstorms. Too many of those.
Yeah, we've already had twice.
See them. Okay.
Just
And that would have been the 3rd time. All right. So as you guys go to bed for the night, we'll say, who was the second watch?
It's Luna.
Lloyd?
Luna?
Luna.
Okay.
Luna.
Luna, I want you to make a perception check, and I'll have one of the soldiers make a perception check too, since they will be. Okay, so he rolled 15.
How high did I need?
All right, so you're up with you're up with one of the we'll say you're up with Lucas, and you guys both settle into your watch, and maybe about an hour into your watch, you're both pretty sliding off a little bit, but suddenly Lucas kind of looks up, and it's like he hears something, and he turns over to you, Luna, and he says, "Do you hear that? It's like a chewing kind of sound. I think there's some sort of mice." And he gets up and he walks over to the supplies. And sure enough, there's a small horde of mice chewing through. He starts trying to stab them, and he turns over to you, Luna. There's tons of mice over here eating up all our supplies. What should we do? Should we wake the others?
Does it hit?
Watches she and.
That'll hit, yeah. So you managed to shoot one of them with a crossbow.
How many are
But
there?
there's probably I'll say there's like 15 of them or something. There's like a small swarm.
Okay.
All right. So you're just gonna try and
Kill him.
stab him. Okay, yeah, I think you could kill one with that. And he'll follow your lead and just start stabbing him.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's only 15 and there's 2 of us, we're fine.
All right.
Okay, that's 2. That's
Watch
3
as it
now.
suddenly becomes 100.
Do not.
Okay. 9.
Yes or
Okay,
no?
I'll still say that. Oh, actually, I'll say 10 hits. Okay. All right. Well,
You said
after
yes before you said no. You said yes before you said no. So
I'll say after a few minutes of sort of killing the mice, you've killed a few of them now, and the rest of them, seeing that their companions are good, they've been exposed. They kind of scatter off out into the night. And Lucas starts kind of picking through the supplies, and he says, "Well, there are a few things that are sort of chewed up," and he holds up like a piece of bread that has like a few pieces missing out of it. But it doesn't look like too much of it was damaged. It's a good thing that we noticed. If we hadn't noticed, we might not have had any food left by the time morning rolled around.
yeah, it's a good thing we did.
Well, Luna, best get back to her watch.
Yep.
Right, and the rest of the night passes without incident. All right, so move on to the next day.
I'm just letting you control the.
You guys trudge up
No.
along the mountain. 9. Oh, that's fun.
What is
Okay.
it?
All right. So as you guys go to set up your camp at the night after a long day of trudging along, just before you're about to go to bed and start the first watch, you notice some lights streaking across the sky. And there are more and more of them, and you see it's a meteor shower.
Oh,
Are you
fucking kidding me?
And that's it. That's all you notice.
I don't think there's anything
Nothing
we
bad
can do
happens.
about that.
Oh.
It's just a meteor shower.
Oh,
Sure
like
doesn't
it's
mean-
starting up. It's not like raining down meteors upon us.
No. you know what a meteor shower is. You know, it just looks like shooting stars across the
Oh.
sky.
Lloyd just looks at it, just enjoying the view. Just, wow, haven't seen a meteor shower in a long time.
Himilko, he looks over to you. Yes, being so high up, clear, there's no light around. You can see the stars so well.
Honestly, if it wasn't for the cold, I would be enjoying this even more.
I have a question.
Fair enough.
What?
Can we just say that Luna's starting the fires with her dragon breath?
Yeah, if you want.
She's just getting excited, just going like, "Ooh, I get to commit arson now! Hooray!"
All right. So we'll pass to the next day. This is number 3. All right. So you guys walk along, and as you start walking, you see that there's a section of the cliffside that's collapsed completely. The path is just gone. Himilko sort of looks around and he says, "I think there's another path that circumvents this one. It's a little bit longer, and I believe it goes over some kind of bridge. I'm not sure how easy it'll be to take the animals over it, but we could try that path."
Let's check the bridge.
All right.
We can make
as long
we
as
can
we
make
can
a guess
get
from
stuff
there.
over. I
Where
can
on the
worry about
map
it.
is where in the map is this path? Do we know?
It'll be. I mean, it's still on the same route, essentially, just slightly circumventing.
Okay.
It just it reconnects back with the main path.
Ah. Okay.
So you guys sort of backtrack for 30 minutes, and you go down this alternate path. And eventually, you come to this this sort of long, rickety-looking road. It's passing over this deep gorge in the mountain. It looks like it's probably at least 100 or 120 feet. from the middle of the bridge straight down. And the bridge itself is probably like, I don't know, maybe 80 or 90 feet in length.
I think it would be best if we release the animals, because I think if it's a rickety rope bridge, if they get on there and they spook, either A, they'll die, B, they'll destroy the bridge and we all die, or C, we lose all our stuff.
Lloyd just raises
How about
up a hand and go like, "Wait, you did flying earlier, right?"
here's the plan I propose. How many horses do we have?
So you have each of you. So there are 2 horses, and you both are riding two people to a horse, and then the soldiers have 1 horse, which is pulling a small cart filled with supplies that you guys have been eating.
This is gonna be. It'd be time staking. I don't know if that's
Well,
gonna
the
work.
other go back and try to dig through or try to tunnel our way through the collapsed cliffside.
How many spells can you do?
Try to however many spell slots you got. Okay. I have an idea, although this might be really stupid. Actually, no, I don't think that'll work. Sorry.
Luna doesn't have any
No,
spells that
no,
would work for this, so
not really. No.
I have spells that'll work for this, but it's gonna take more than 24 hours.
I mean,
Oh,
the
you
third
can't-
option. Can you not cast fly again?
I can. It's constant. I can bring all the stuff over. The problem then is the animals.
That is true. The animals will be difficult to
You
carry.
put all the animals on top of the cart. Just
Put
fly
the
them over.
animals in the bag of holding.
Yeah, there you go.
It's.
Well,
Yeah, you
I'm
can polymorph them.
So here's the thing with polymorph. That's the other idea. Polymorph. I can only do 1 creature, 1 spell slot, once a day.
So you could get the cart and 1 horse.
Yeah, can't do all.
Let's see.
Let me think here. How bad is this bridge? And how bad deteriorated is this bridge, I should say?
Engineering check. Let's see, what skill would that be?
I would say probably insight
Or
or
investigation, maybe.
Investigation, I would say.
Okay. So that's fine. I think the plan might actually work.
13.
Well, I rolled a 13. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it.
All right, so you guys all check out the bridge,
I'm trying to
and
find
your conclusions are pretty similar.
investigation. Investigation.
It seems like this bridge, obviously, not a lot of people come up this way, so there aren't very many people to maintain it. So, the wood is looking a little bit, not like completely rotted, but it's been up here a while and hasn't been replaced. It looks like you feel pretty confident that it'll hold 1 person at a time, at least.
Okay.
And maybe you think maybe it could hold a horse, the weight of a horse. But you aren't quite sure about that one.
I am going to cast mending on the bridge.
Interesting.
See if we can get it strength up a little bit.
Can you apply that across a whole bridge like that?
A single break or tear. Nope, you're right. Okay, so my idea is bad.
Unless you can like upcast it.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Well, I guess technically, you could go along the entire bridge, just casting it over and over again to little crack and everything you find. And you could do that since it is a
Mm.
cantrip.
It's not. I could mend the bridge, and then we try and go for one at a time. Anything we can't do, I will.
Yeah, I would say you could take
Mhm.
like it would take probably 30 minutes or so to go across the whole bridge, mending every little spot you see.
Mhm.
But it would make you minute about taking the animals across it if you're going to do that.
I would definitely do that.
Okay. So Usopp starts to he sort of walks up to the bridge and starts mending it. That'll take about 30 minutes. Are you guys, the rest of you guys, are kind of waiting to do that, or do you guys have something else?
Well, before you do that, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take some rope and tie it around Usopp's, and then I'm going to like a makeshift harness. Where, do you still have those biters, Lloyd? Or what are they
Those-
called? Pythons. They should be in your inventory if you have it.
Is there?
What?
I have rope. Like, what does the explorer's pack give me?
Rope. It gives you rope. It gives you. I thought it was a Dungeoneer's kit that gives you pythons.
You have the Explorer's kit. Is that what we said? Explorer's pack. I can tell you what it is exactly in it: a backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, torches, rations, water skin, rope.
Did nobody took the Dungeoneer's kit? I guess.
Nope. Definitely not.
Interest. Well, here's what I'll do then. I'll still give you the rope, and I will tie it to the cart.
Okay.
Oh, how much stuff would you say that the cart has in terms of like weight? Like a couple 100 pounds, or like less than 50?
I'd probably over. You guys have
Alright.
like some barrels of ale and like crates of fish.
Is there a
dried-
tree nearby?
There'd be some like pine. Yeah, probably like some pine trees.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use the rope. I might need to borrow your rope as well, and tie it around the tree. Tie a knot around the tree and tie it to Usopp, so if the bridge breaks, he doesn't go plummeting to his death.
All right. Make a sleight of hand check for me to see how well you tie the rope.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Yep.
4.
All right, you do your best.
Okay.
Can just look at it before trying to do it himself.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit passive aggressive, but you know. Okay.
Lloyd just goes like, it doesn't look exactly right. Here, let me give it a shot before like making a proper like actual well kept knot.
Yeah.
I just look
Yeah.
over at Lloyd, and I'm just like, "What the hell, man? I told you I got this." And I just walk away. I'm like, all right.
All right.
Usopp, you're
Yeah,
good
the
to go.
knot. Okay.
So I'm just gonna carefully go along, mend the rope, mend
Okay.
the boards, mend the knots, mendy.
All right.
Watch as the
Yeah.
dragon just comes and ruins the bridge.
God, yep. I'll tell you that much.
No.
I hope you have a backup character, Usopp.
After about 30
I
minutes
do.
or so, you manage to get the bridge looking in pretty good shape. It looks almost as if it were. and you don't fall through or anything. There are a couple moments where it's like one of the planks kind of snaps or something like that, but obviously you're out there mending it anyway, so you just reach down and mend it. And so you managed to get the bridge looking in much better shape. And you sort of walk back over to stable ground.
Okay, so here's the plan, guys. We lead the horses over one at a time. I'm going to cast fly myself. Lloyd, you have that scroll of fly that I gave you, right?
Lloyd just. I don't think you gave him the scroll of flying. I think he gave
had
it to
it-
someone else.
No, I had.
I have a potion of flying.
I discussed it with Greenspell at one point in time. I had a scroll of fly and I gave it to you.
It might be in the yeah. You should have it.
Oh, I just didn't add it on.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and take the rope off you, Usopp.
Right.
How much rope would you say I have? Like combined, like 90, couple hundred, like 100 feet of rope
Probably 100. I think it's 50 from
each
what
pack.
Lloyd had, and then if you have a pack as well, then that would be probably a further 50.
Okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna tie one end of rope to the tree. Like I'm gonna try to climb up the tree a little bit.
Okay.
That would be athletics, or that be acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
12.
Yeah, it's probably good enough as long as you're not going like too high up a tree.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna
yeah,
do that.
probably
I'm gonna
lower
tie the other end of the rope to an arrow, and I'm going to shoot it across the bridge. Not at the bridge, like across the chasm into like the tree, one of the trees in the distance.
Okay. So
What I need to do is, well, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, go ahead and you have a like a bow attack, right?
Ooh.
Mm,
Point of inspiration.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. All right, so you shoot your bow, and it looks like it's about to hit a rock, and bounce off, but instead there's like a little. It just moves just enough to sink right into a tree.
Or just ricochets off the rock into a tree.
Easier if we devise some kind. Might be easier to take the stuff, and then we can sort of put it almost like on the pulley and have it just right across.
just gonna have me and Lloyd one by one just empty the cart onto the other side and then hopefully take the cart. So either way, this is gonna last more than about an hour.
So I guess what we can do is I know that I don't think we have any bags of holding, but how many ropes do we have?
Lloyd just goes like, I think I have like 10 of them.
You've got 500 feet of rope.
Oh,
Trying to tie up.
my bad. I have one.
Yeah,
I have one.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Okay, how about Luna?
Let's see. She has the diplomat's pack. Does that have?
So nope. Okay, this may not work actually.
Oh, the soldiers would have a little bit of definitely.
Right, because I'm trying to you tie up some of the supplies, tie it to the top of the rope, and then throw it down so that way it go. And the reason it was up in the tree was that there was enough elevation that it would just kind of zip line across the chasm onto the other side, where one person can untie it and then.
I see.
But if given that we're looking at we're carrying like barrels of ale, I think we wouldn't have enough rope to actually secure it without it falling into the ravine.
So let me and Lloyd use the fly scroll for the big stuff. Get that over, and then everything else. So that'll cut our time probably in half. Because if we run on this, it's just gonna be bad news.
That's true. It might be better to carry stuff like one by one.
Mm,
Because then, if one person be on one side, they'd have to untie it, send it back, and then by the time it gets there, it sounds good to purpose, but I think we don't have the material supplies necessary to make this actually effective.
right. I'm like the barrels in the cart. I think we can fly over.
I mean, I don't know how heavy they are, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
Well,
does carry capacity work with fly?
I'm
Out of
assuming it'd be
character.
no different. Well,
Yeah, I think it would be no different.
Wait, if that's the case, Lloyd just goes like, stupid question, but do you think that we could use the like we have someone ride on a horse and we cast fly and then across?
I don't know if that would work.
I don't know about that one.
I don't think we can just make a Pegasus out of.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure if rules as written, the horse would have no idea what the fuck's going on. It would.
I think we can still, if we get the cart empty, we could probably carry it with two people with fly.
If that's feasible.
That's just my idea. This is just me speaking out loud, so just spitball.
Whether or not they could feasibly carry most of the stuff over with just the two of them
Or
flying.
the horses?
I mean, you could. Eventually, you could carry everything for sure. It just depends on how long it would take.
Yeah. So as long as we do about the spell lasts an hour, the scroll lasts an hour. So if as a group effort, people carry things across single file line, and then the heavier stuff, because we can even like going based off like normal stuff, we can lift like the barrels and probably the wagon with just me and the other fly person.
Well, I did think of something useful, so I'll go over to the soldiers and ask if they could borrow some of their rope.
Yeah,
And
they'll give
what
you.
I'm gonna do.
I'll give you some.
What?
Rope.
Yep. So I tie it to the line I have, and I like tie it to my belt. So that way, if something happens and the bridge gives out when we're walking, we're not dead. The idea top and then not the bottom. So that way, at the very least, you have a chance of the rope supporting your weight, and you have a chance to shimmy your way back across.
Right.
And then you can just untie the bottom half and retie it when we go back across. That way, we're not, walking to
That's
our
a great
death.
idea. That's a great idea.
And if we only have one person at a time, you only need one length of rope. So,
Yep.
So I quickly, fasten that. Do I need to do another sleight of hand check?
Yeah, sure. Just in case the
An
rope.
11.
Okay, it's a pretty. I mean, slightly above average, not
Decent.
It's passable for sure.
Well, it's not supposed to be. Well, it's not. There's no load on it, so it shouldn't break.
Right.
Unless something happens. But
Hopefully
that's neither
not.
here or there.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
So what's the plan?
I think we're gonna split up the stuff in the cart, and we're gonna start carrying things over one at a time. And
Okay.
then gonna use your fly and carry as well, or are you just gonna walk?
So use the fly at the very end to carry the heavy stuff.
Okay.
Sure.
So you guys walk. You pick up. So you're only having one person on the bridge at a time.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys very slowly walk these
Ignore
things
that.
across, being sure to tie. Okay.
Ignored.
You guys manage to tie yourselves to make sure that you don't just fall and die if the bridge breaks. And you walk across the lighter stuff, and you get all of that across without any issues. So now you're just left with the cart and the horses, and then some of like really, because even like the crates of food and stuff, you could empty out some of the food and trouble. But now you're left with there's like a barrel or two of ale, and the cart itself, and probably so the dwarf, he has like makeshift blacksmith stuff, so there's probably like a small anvil, and then obviously the horses. So you're gonna try and fly those across?
Let me see.
Well,
Lloyd just
I don't know about the
I'm
horses.
just trying to think about the horses now.
Lloyd just is going like, okay, so who's the strongest here?
Probably you.
Yeah.
Lloyd just looks a bit concerned, just going like, I know I'm a little bit stronger than average, but I'm not exactly the strongest person around.
Let me see. Himilco could be kind of strong. Let me double
Okay.
check.
Luna's
Himilco
willing to
says
help Carrie.
I'm slightly above average in strength, but nothing to write home about.
Luna's willing to help Carrie. Although she has a 13th strength, so she's a little bit above average.
Okay. So you
She
guys are gonna try and fly the heavy things across? So the
we're-
heavy items.
We're gonna
Okay.
save the horses for last. Because I think I have just came up with a plan for that.
Okay, so you're gonna try and fly the anvil.
Mhm.
There's like 2 barrels of ale, let's say, and then the cart. You're gonna try and fly all that,
Yeah.
right? One at a time.
Yeah.
But with sort of both of you like holding one side of
end,
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do I
Um,
need to make a strength check?
I'll have you both make do. I'll say it would either be strength or dexterity. Because you're trying to like hold it while flying through the air
Oh,
with one end, and it's also windy. So I would allow either strength.
if
Okay.
I'm oh,
Okay, so what are you carrying across?
Oh, sorry. So let's do the cart first.
Okay. So the cart, would that be enough for the cart? I think. So Usopp, you get a good grip on the cart and you're holding it pretty well. And then Lloyd, it starts to kind of slip out of your hands. Make a strength save. Or not a save, just a strength check.
oh, for fuck's sake!
Okay, so you drop your half of the cart. Usopp, make a strength check. As he suddenly loses grip of.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh,
All right, so what happens is there's like a sudden gust of wind, and Lloyd he loses his grip on the cart,
oh no.
and he tries to reach down and grab it again, but it just slips out of his hand. And as the
Can I
cart
have
like
Luna
swings
be,
down,
like-
and
Can I have Luna try to catch stuff, please? That's why I clicked the dexterity.
are you standing in the bottom of the ravine?
Oh, I thought they were on
They're
the
flying
bridge.
over the ravine.
I thought
No.
they were like flying above the bridge.
So if they're flying above the bridge, then the outcome will be very different. You guys weren't flying over top the bridge, right?
I
Now
don't
they
think
are.
he-
I assumed
Are
you were
you-
flying at like
Are you
parallel to the bridge.
joking?
No, there's too much wind. If there is a gust of wind, there's no way that anything will land on the bridge.
I guess I mean it is pretty heavy though.
Yeah.
You guys weren't flying over the top of the bridge though, right?
No, then it might destroy the bridge.
Okay, yeah, good. I wouldn't have thought so. I didn't assume that you would do that, but
Okay.
so yeah, otherwise definitely the cart would destroy the bridge.
Yeah.
No, so what happens is there's a gust of wind. Lloyd loses his grip, and then as he loses his grip, it swings down below the cart, and so Usopp, it starts to slip out of your hands, and shoop, it just slips out of your hands and falls.
And into the
Okay.
ravine.
Oh yeah, 120 feet, crashes into a million wooden splinters at the bottom of the ravine.
Lloyd just
Can
takes a
Luna
deep breath
fix-
before going like, "Shit."
Where's your mending spell now?
You want me to take an hour?
He
Well,
goes down.
you can't
picks
hear
up
me,
every-
so
He picks up every like little splinter of wood and brings it back up one by one.
no, don't do that.
Did Luna
No,
see what
let's
happened
not.
or no? Did everyone see what happened or no?
Oh, you all
and we
saw
can
it.
probably hear the loud crack,
Yeah.
like it hits the ground.
Echoes.
You're just like, God damn it!
That's kind of why
You guys
All
okay
right.
over there?
Lloyd
right.
just shouts, "Yeah, except for the fucking cart."
Change your plans.
dead.
All right, get back over here. We need to.
Okay, you
Let's
still
put-
have an anvil and 2 barrels of
Let's-
ale.
Let's.
Okay, what are you taking over next?
The anvil. We can lose that.
Okay,
Oh,
do
no.
both of you make a dexterity check.
Oh no. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh no. Too heavy to.
Okay, both of you make a strength. Both of you make a strength check. As the wind starts to blow and you. Wow.
Before they do that, I want to. Can I retcon this? I was going to cast Enhance Ability on one of them,
Yeah, you could do that.
and I will cast it on Senor, which on Lloyd. You will use Cat's Grace, so you get advantage on all your dex checks.
Okay, so he would have gotten a 21. Okay.
20.
All right, but Lloyd, you still have to make a strength check because
Do I get
Usopp
a-
definitely.
Do I get a? Do I at least get an advantage
Hold on,
because I got
before he
like a
does that,
20?
Before he does that, let me cast the spell. Let me cast the spell on Usopp. I'm trying to find it. It's one of my enhancing spells. Hold up.
Is it the same one I have?
Bardic
Rob.
inspiration.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bardic of Inspiration.
that's true. I forgot you even had that.
Here you go. And that who
Who are you using it on?
if he's using
Use it on
enhanceability on Lloyd, I will put one Usopp. I will have barbaric inspiration on Panda.
Okay, so you gain. So it's a d6. So you can roll a d6 and add it to your dexterity.
Isn't it a D8 because you're level 5?
The
I'm
creature
reading this correctly.
gains. Creature can wait, but
It's at the very bottom. I think. if
Oh,
I'm reading
yeah.
this correctly.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a d8. Okay. So
Okay.
you can roll a d8 if you want, and add it, or you could save it and try and use it later. It's up to you, Usopp.
Yeah, it's not gonna help. An 8, even if I got the max number. It slipped from my hand. It's done.
Okay. Well, Lloyd, you can make a strength check. Try and save it. Okay, 12. I'll say you hold on to it just long enough that Usopp, you can try and grab onto it again. Make a dex
Okay.
check.
I can do dexterity. Hold on.
17. Oh, there you go. All right. So you manage to grab onto. You slip and then just for a second, Usopp or Lloyd he sort of managed to hold onto it and it starts to slip, but then Usopp you grab onto it really quickly again, and you guys manage to get the anvil across. All right.
Meanwhile, giving the dwarf a heart attack.
that was a family heirloom. Glad you got it across. All right. So you guys are going back for the ale now?
Yeah. No, this is more important. We gotta get the sail across.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, those of you make a dexterity check
Lloyd
for me.
just sighs, just going like, "Are you? You know what? I'm not even gonna argue."
21. Okay.
Hey, they
So
actually
Lloyd,
might be a
you're
good
holding
size.
on to it.
Oh, God.
Are you fucking kidding?
Okay. Usopp, make a strength check.
It's-
18. Okay. So it starts to slip out of your hands, but you tighten your grip and you hold on to it, and you get the ale across. So there you go. You got the ale across, you got the anvil across. What you didn't get across was the, but that's okay.
Animals.
The one thing we actually needed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how we're gonna carry all this. Like, there's like 300 pounds of supplies.
Well,
So, I
Because
mean,
like, well, we can always have you roll the barrel again.
I don't know if I trust myself, especially with this narrow of a path. Plus, it's not exactly even terrain. It's not a well paved street. One rock, one pebble, and next thing you know, I'm flying off the ravine into my perceivable death.
right. Well, you still have 3 horses.
Okay, so we have 3 horses.
Well, if you do fall, can't you just turn into like a bird or something and fly?
I can't turn into anything that flies or swims.
Hold on.
Not yet. I
Let
think my
me-
druid level has to be higher to do that.
Yep, that sounds about right.
I think it's 4 for swim, 8 for fly. And I'm only at druid level 3. Also, that doesn't affect, gravity. I guess in theory I'd have to be level 8, or I guess now would be level 12 to do that. Assuming we survive that long. Who knows?
Hmm.
I don't know. Anyway,
Oh crap.
I may be able to make this work. Okay, hold on.
polymorph,
DM
I
Bag of
choose
holding?
you.
DM out of context.
Okay.
How much does a sorcery point equal to a spell slot?
If I can remember, I think it's 2 sorcery points per spell slot.
I can pull up
Let
the
me-
chart. Or, I mean, I have the compendium so I can see it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm.
I think it varies based on the level of the spell slot in question.
So
That,
it is a 4th level spell.
let's see. Oops. Do. Sorcery points.
6
Yeah,
for a 4th level spell. Yeah.
that is right.
6. Okay. Can I do this? Hold on. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to 2 of the horses and polymorph them into chickens,
Okay.
spending all my sorcery points and my spell slots, basically. Unless there's something wrong, Spanish.
Is polymorph a concentration spell?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna do them one at a time. So I can. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a chicken. I'm gonna walk across the bridge. I'm gonna take, turn it back into a horse, and then go get another chicken.
I think that should work. So how many? You can do that 3 times. Do you have?
No, I only can do it twice. So we have one horse stuck.
Okay. Well.
Oh, here I will be the sacrificial lamb. Here I will go back across, tie myself to the rope that I have, and I will take the other part, and I will try to lead the horse across the bridge
Okay.
because I'm the smallest and the lightest.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So you start to lead the horse across.
Do I need to roll? Do I need to roll animal handling?
Yeah. Roll animal handling for me. 15.
15.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like a gust of wind, and the bridge sways back and forth, and the horse starts to get spooked, but you manage to kind of pet it and calm it down again, and you lead it all the way across the bridge.
Okay.
So there you go. You got everything across the bridge except for
Except for
The cart. The one thing we actually needed. Well, and the horses, but yes. So while they do that, you get the horses settled. I'm going to go back across and untie the rope from the one end of the tree,
okay.
and then come back over, pull the arrow out, and get the rope, back into, untie, pull the rope over and like tie it up so that way we can use it again.
All right.
So I untie the rope. I give the other half back to Lloyd.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
So you have all the horses across. You do now have over 100 pounds worth of crates and barrels and stuff, supplies, and you have no cart.
Is there
So,
any? Do we have any? Well, I say this in character. Do we have any wood? Like spare wood that we could potentially build a sled?
Himmelko looks at you and he says, we have some firewood. It may be possible to turn it into a kind of makeshift sled. I don't know how long it'll last, though.
Well, it's better than it's worth.
Right.
It's worth a shot
Doesn't
at.
like does the Explorer's Pack give you like a hatchet or something?
No, I don't think so.
Well, the dwarf Orlin
Probably has hacks.
he walks up and he says, it's no problem. I have some nails. I can make us something small. So after half an hour to an hour, he takes some of the spare wood that you guys were using as firewood, and he gives like a small axe to the rest of you, and you go out and collect some wood. And he kind of nails it together and makes it's like a makeshift little sled, and then he ties a rope to it and ties it to the horse.
Right, one of the horses. Right, so it's crude, but it'll work. It'll get us hopefully at least to the next area where we can get something a little bit better.
All right, you guys continue on your way.
Well, what time is it roughly in throughout the day? Since it has, we did probably spend like 2 hours, getting over this bridge.
I would say you woke up in the morning and you walked probably for half the day. You spent a couple hours at the bridge, so maybe it's like, I don't know, let's say 4 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're probably going to lose a day, roughly, or lose half a day of travel. Okay.
Definitely lost half a day of travel. Yeah.
And a cart.
And a cart. It'll make the going slightly slower, but
not well, you're the boss.
Yeah, it'll be slightly slower, but you'll still probably make it out without too much time lost. You think you'll probably still have enough supplies to get you through the mountains.
Yeah.
Right.
After they put all the stuff on the sled, I'm gonna use the rope again and tie the stuff together, like all the crates together, so if they fall, so that way they stay on the sled as one big block of stuff instead of individual boxes and stuff falling off.
So slipping around and everything. Yeah.
Exactly. Since this is a makeshift cart, not exactly a
Yeah, it's pretty bumpy going up around these like tight curves in this narrow path.
That's the way I'm imagining it's like a rocky, it's like pebbles basically.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Right.
basically covered in snow, and then there's like little rocks jutting out where the
Definitely. Yeah, I imagine these are like the Rocky Mountains. This the sort of my inspiration for
right.
this. Imagine trying to walk over the Rocky Mountains, basically.
One doesn't simply walk into Mordor. I know.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Anyway.
So you guys continue on for the rest of the day, and your little sled, it breaks a little bit, and then Orlin the dwarf comes up and repairs it, but you don't lose too much time. And this sled seems like it might need some repairs every day, but it'll probably see you through until you get to Delos at the end of the mountains. All right, so you guys will camp. We'll set up for the next day, and let's see if anything interesting happens. All right, oops. 16. Ah, interesting. Okay. So as you guys are setting up camp, let's see, who would be the most observant of all of you? I'll say Greenspell. You notice,
Okay.
sort of near where you're setting up camp, you notice some pretty large tracks. It looks like there was perhaps that dragon that you saw before was here, and you see also signs of a battle. Clearly, the dragon fought something here. There's like the trees are like knocked over. There's some of the rocks, they're like frozen, but it isn't just like regular snow. It looks like they've been blasted by like frost magic. It definitely looks like the dragon was here.
Hmm.
Let's be thankful it wasn't us.
Better, I guess. Yeah. Can I? Are there any bodies like that you can see in the snow?
It doesn't look like it. There's not much evidence of anything left behind.
Can I do an investigation check to see if there's any like supplies or anything that's like that was left behind?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, Lloyd is helping. Okay,
With assistance, so it's 17.
So the two of you kind of look around. You manage to find a few small supplies, bits of food. It looks like it's been up here for potentially months.
Pretty close.
Yeah, there's like a few scraps of clothes. Eventually, after poking around, you find a skeleton. It's not like a full skeleton, but like they've been dead probably for like a few months. They're half frozen, half eaten by local animals, maybe, or maybe from the dragon. Who knows? And you find also a few like small packs filled with a few like some bread and stuff, cheese and stuff, but it's like it's kind of stale. It's been up here for probably a few months, so it's like really hard.
Well,
and frozen.
considering it's pretty freezing up here, wouldn't it just essentially be refrigered?
I mean, it's not moldy.
It's not. I'm sure it's safe to eat. It just probably won't taste very good.
Yeah, it's just kind of stale.
It's freezer burned.
Yeah.
All right. So we pick up what we can find, bring it back to the camp, and store it with the rest of the supplies.
All right.
So I guess is there anything else that we want to do before we camp out? We turn in for the night.
Not really.
Okay.
Are we going to take watches like usual, or are we just all going to go to bed?
Watches.
Okay.
I guess I'll take first watch again.
Second again.
Okay.
Third again. Yeah. Just normal order.
Until we get to a town, I do not feel comfortable with all of us sleeping. We should always take watches until we get into town.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So you guys all take watches and separate out the night. It doesn't look like you don't see anything strange happening over the night. No dragon attacks, not tonight, anyway. The next day, you continue on your path, and So this is number 5. So this is pretty much halfway through the mountain pass, more or less. And it's about as high up as you will ever go. It is extremely cold here and also quite windy, as you're quite high up the mountain at this point. So I want all of you guys to make Constitution saving throws for me as you walk along this windy, freezing path.
You said
Here's a
Constitution?
question.
Yep.
Do I do this at advantage? Because with my draconic bloodline, cold doesn't bother me. It's half damage.
Oh yeah.
I would allow that. Is that true for you as well, Lou?
Let me look.
Phone call. I think. Oh, it's my timer. I'm sorry. That's what that was. I'm sorry.
Okay. So it looks
Sorry,
like you
my
have
bad.
resistance to fire. Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
resistance to fire, not
cold.
cold.
So I'm resistant to cold, but I got a 23 anyway.
Okay. There you go. Okay, so Luna and Greenspell, you guys are both starting to get extremely cold from the biting wind and also, I mean, it just is well below freezing up here on the top of the mountain. So you guys are you'll gain a point of exhaustion, and
How you put
if
that
you
in?
don't warm up soon,
How do you put that
you
in?
might start to suffer from hypothermia.
How do you put that? I don't know how you put that in.
You don't. You just keep it in mental note of it.
Just keep track of it.
Okay. Alright. Can Luna, like... Wait, doesn't Luna have a lantern?
I mean, a lantern is probably not going to be enough to keep you warm up on the top of a frozen mountain.
Fair enough.
Assuming, of course, you can get a spark to light it.
Well, she does have fire breath,
That is true. She does have fire breath.
so she could always light it. But
Wait, can't Lloyd just hand her one of the torches and that can work? Or no?
The wind would probably put it out.
Yeah, a torch would be hard to stay lit.
Okay.
That's why I was kind of hoping they would have some cloves on the dead body so we could loot. I mean, borrow. I mean,
Right. So you guys gonna
They're a dead corpse anyway, so who gives a fuck?
are you guys gonna do anything to try and stay warm, or are you guys just gonna try and like
I'm
power
looking.
through?
I'm looking to see if I have anything.
I don't. Unfortunately, I did not take produce flame, and even if I did, I don't think that would be very helpful. So
Lloyd is a fighter. He
no,
literally
and
has
sacred flame doesn't work. Isn't actually fire. It's light
Yeah.
or
Radiant. Yeah.
radiant. That's like light damage. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I am looking for something.
I think I'm just gonna try to like. You know what? Wild shape. I'm gonna turn into like something that has fur.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn into a wolf.
like an Arctic wolf.
Sure, either a wolf or a polar bear.
I think a polar bear is probably too high CR.
Oh, probably. I mean, a brown. Yeah, maybe it's probably a half.
Question.
Yeah.
A wolf can probably be fine. Let me check.
I think
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure a wolf is.
How much?
I think
Unfortunate.
that you can instantly turn into one, even at like level 1. Or as soon as you become one.
I think it's level
Yeah,
2. You get
a
wild
wolf-
shape.
A wolf is 1/4. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
so I'll
actually
turn.
winter wolf in here as well. Oh,
Is
winter
that
wolf.
also a half?
No, the
What is
winter
that?
wolf is a CR of 3 apparently.
Oh, it's like probably. What's it listed as? Big, huge,
A large.
or like? Well, what's a regular wolf like? Medium, I'm guessing.
Okay, Arctic
medium.
fox. You're
I mean,
gonna
a
become
regular.
a cheetah and you're gonna enjoy it.
I'm sure Arctic fox. I mean, there's no stat block for that, but it probably would have a CR, or maybe even less.
0.
Yeah.
0. Or 1/8.
1/8. Yeah. All right.
Abominable Yeti. No, I'm kidding. No, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
think that's a CR of like 12 probably.
Yeah, I looked at doing a Yeti for
It's 9,
your
so it's
encounter.
pretty up there. It's pretty up there, yeah.
That's why I chose to do a dragon because it was easier. It's a lower CR.
Really?
Yeah, well, a young dragon. I adapted it
And-
stat block. It was actually slightly easy. I think it was a CR6 or something.
I'm looking at it. I'm curious. Yeah, 6. That's about right.
Yeah, I adjusted it stat block to be high level, to be more like CR7, so it'd actually be a challenge for you. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, you can polymorph into wolf or wild shape. I mean, not you wild shape into wolf, and with that you have a thick winter coat, and so you're sufficiently warm. Luna, I mean you have control over your fire breath, but it's not like you could use it constantly, extended periods.
Like I mean, like just like putting like her smoke to her hands.
Yeah, well, I know, but you could only use fire breath. You can only use it once,
Per day.
and it's once a day. So it lasts basically 6 seconds, is as long as you could use your fire breath.
I'm looking.
You could also just like, not do anything and just,
Tough it out.
Just tough it out until we stop for the day.
Yep. Or you could also ask, maybe somebody else has something that can help you.
Oh wait.
Usopp could polymorph you into a chicken.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I could polymorph you into an Arctic fox.
I don't know what that is.
A fox that lives in the Arctic?
Oh, okay.
Yep, they're
I heard a fox. I didn't.
You're going to become a Kita and you're going to enjoy it.
Here, we'll turn you into a gelatinous cube. There you go.
yeah.
And we'll turn you into Jello.
Good idea.
Or, well, no. I don't think it actually works like that, but yeah. All right.
All right, Luna. What's the plan for you?
I'm going to say just have Luna tough it out for now.
Okay. All right. So after another hour of walking, the extreme cold and windy conditions, I'll need each of you to make another Constitution saving throw.
do I need to or no?
No. Nope. You're a wolf now, so you're good.
What do I do?
Everyone who hasn't done anything to try and stay warm.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. So all of you are going to gain another point of exhaustion.
I got 1.
How many points of exhaustion do we have?
So
You have
now,
2.
Yeah, you have 2 now.
Yeah, but like how many can we get?
It's up for the DM to decide.
Yeah. So typically, you get
5?
at level 1, it's disadvantage on ability checks. At level 2, its speed is halved. 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4, your hit point maximum is halved. 5, your speed is reduced to 0, and 6, you die.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So, are you guys gonna do anything else to?
I'm pretty sure Lloyd can basically do nothing.
I'm
at
gonna
this
go
point.
over to Luna. I'm gonna try rub up against her to try to get some heat going.
Okay. I'll give you advantage on your next Constitution save for that. I'll say.
All right.
I mean, she's bigger than I am, but clearly it does some. Hopefully, it does something.
Right. All right. After an hour of walking, you're still in the freezing conditions. So Lloyd and Usopp all make Constitution saving throw again. Luna, you'll get advantage because Greenspell is donating some of his body heat.
I don't
Bless
think
you.
I-
Do I,
Thank
do I
you.
still get advantage because my resistance?
Oh yeah, you're right. Usopp. Yeah. Okay, so
Thank
Luna,
you.
you succeed because you had advantage from Greenspell.
Thank
Usopp, you
Green
succeed.
Spell.
So Lloyd, you fail. So Lloyd, you're up to 2. Luna's at 2, and then Usopp's at 1. Right.
Yep. That's
Okay, so it's been 3 hours. Okay, so yep. After another hour of walking, everyone make Constitution save again.
Cool.
And I'm assuming Greenspell, you're still trying to keep Luna warm.
Yes.
All right. So you'll get.
Are
advantage
you
again.
fucking with me?
Okay, Usopp, you succeed. Luna, you succeed. Okay, Lloyd, you're at 3. So now you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Uh-oh.
All right, you think it'll probably be another couple of hours before you're sort of out of the
Blizzard, basically.
wind. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna leave Luna to her devices. I'm gonna go over to Lloyd.
Okay.
So normally it'd be disadvantage, but since I give them advantage, would it just be a regular?
Yeah.
They
it'll just roll
cancel.
normal. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So another hour passes. All of you make Constitution saving throws again.
14. That's not that bad.
15 and then 12. Okay. So Luna, you fail. So you're up to 3. Lloyd, you succeed with 15, and then Usopp, you fail with 12.
Okay, so we need to get 15. Okay.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Maybe
yeah,
I'm-
it's 15. Okay, yeah, it's 15. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just making up the DC. I'm changing it as I go.
Me. I mean, you could. You
Yeah.
could. We would never know.
That is true. Anyway. So yeah, Luna. Yeah, Luna's at 3, Lloyd's at 3, and Usopp's at 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So another hour of walking. You think there's probably only a couple more hours, maybe, before you're sort of turning around to the other side of the mountain, out of the
You
wind.
said that last hour. Are we there
Are we-
yet?
I was just gonna say that.
Okay. Constitution saving throws from everyone who hasn't done anything to keep warm. All right.
Me and Lloyd are at 5. At
Usopp, you succeed. Luna fails, and Lloyd fails. So you're both at. I think you're at 4.
Yeah.
This
4.
is
Yeah,
4.
4.
So your
I
hit point
think-
maximum is halved. Alright. Oh, and I guess Luna, you would also be having disadvantage now. Saving
Yeah.
throws. All right.
Question.
this is
Also,
gonna be your-
Lloyd is just going like, okay, you know how you said you can do polymorph, right?
Yep.
I can't
Lloyd.
believe I'm saying this, but turn me into a fucking fox
All right.
so I can survive the stupid cold.
Told you it was a furry. What? Sorry.
Well,
Just kidding.
Furries are now canon in this universe. Good job.
They're called tabaxi.
What does the stick of
So-
incest do?
Huh?
What does
Incense?
yeah.
Oh.
Just to clarify, you said
That is not what I heard.
You said
Yeah.
incest, not incense. Incense is the stuff that they have at like churches that smells really strongly.
Bruh.
It doesn't really burn. It doesn't make heat.
Yeah, it doesn't make heat.
Okay, thank you.
What is this stick?
I
of
don't know what a
incest?
stick of incest would do, but I don't think I want to find out.
I
Yeah.
don't think I want to know.
Well, your YouTube video is definitely demonetized now.
And yep,
Okay, so
delisted.
I'm going to
I'm
go
gonna stay away
over.
from this anyways. Okay.
I am going to go over to Lloyd with a little bit of a smirk and say,
You just-
"Your wish is my command. I'm going to polymorph him into a winter rabbit."
Nice.
Are you fucking?
All right.
I hope
don't
you
have-
know that Lloyd will remember this.
All right.
Being
Well,
a
you're not.
wolf, I can smell the prey, and I start chasing after Lloyd.
What's your movement speed as a as a rabbit?
Oh god.
You don't know.
That was actually more of a joke. I'm pretty sure when I can actually control my.
Control,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can.
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not. I'm actually doing that. Would
And I don't know what it is.
be, what is it? Chest. A chest.
Yeah, it's yep.
That is indeed a chest. Like, I'm confused. Like,
So
that
it's a
could be two.
box, presumably.
I mean, you may as well change it to coffin, but okay. I'm
Stop.
kidding. Sorry, this is not a good time to be joking around.
As you're about to die.
I guess we could all. I guess we could always just stop and try to set up camp and maybe get cover from the wind.
No, I think we're good. We just polymorph someone into a rabbit, and we have a wolf. So there's two of us that need to stay warm.
It's probably
Well-
only one more hour in the wind.
Well, okay.
So one
Probably.
more Constitution save.
Well, keep in mind if she goes to 5, then her movement speed goes to 0, so she can't move.
Yes,
Okay.
that is true.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm at 4.
Ah, shit.
So
Okay,
that doesn't mean we
how about-
couldn't do it. It just means somebody would have to carry her.
Now, how about we take a short break? I'm gonna set a tree on fire.
Well, I think what we should do, and I think the issue is not the temperature; it's the wind. You need to get out of the wind.
Well, it's kinda both.
Well, it's both, but the wind is worse than the temperature. I say we can try. Maybe we could. Well, keep this out of context. Maybe try to set up a tent or something, or something, or maybe like try to find like a rock face that can get some cover. I'm gonna go as a wolf. I'm gonna go on and scout ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do a little
You-
scouting.
Can I do
you
some
can make-
invest?
I would
Would
say
it be
survival.
nature? Survival. Okay, that's
Yeah.
a fair. Now, would I use the wolf's stat line or would I use my stat line?
You could use whichever is higher. I would allow you to do that. Whichever is higher.
Okay. Hold on.
While he's scouting, I'm gonna take the bunny rabbit and place it in
Okay.
my lap and go, "Aren't you a cute bunny, bunny, bunny? Aren't you cute, bunny, bunny?"
Can I do a kick to his face?
What is survival wisdom? I believe.
Yeah.
Can I kick him?
I think so. Okay. Can you with polymorph? Can the people that are polymorphed can they control themselves still?
Let me double check. I do believe that is
I'm pretty
my-
sure.
Give me just 2 seconds.
Let's see. The transformation.
Because
It does look like it, but
Oh
their
yeah.
attack- everything their attacks do are in the new state. So yes, it probably can attack, but it's in
Yeah.
the stat block of a rabbit.
Well, also including mental ability scores are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast.
Pretty sure it's all staying away with wild shape too.
Really? If that's
Let me
true,
If you fail when you are transformed, the rules your game statistics are replaced by the stats of the beast, but you retain alignment, personality, and
Oh.
intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores.
okay.
So
So
the only thing I give up is strength.
it's different for polymorph. You retain only alignment and personality.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he is literally he has the mind. He is the mind of a.
He's quite literally a rabbit.
Yeah.
It's quite literally a rabbit.
So I mean,
So
would it if you were turned into a rabbit and you didn't have your mind anymore, would you still bite Usopp or kick him?
probably.
Considering it's a probably still has like the wild rabbit state, most likely.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll allow it.
I don't know what the stat block is.
There isn't one for rabbits. I don't.
Probably
think.
just a D20. It's probably a 0.
Yeah. Yeah. Just roll d20 to see if you hit him. Okay. And in the meantime,
Well,
Green
the
spell.
7. Well, it was 16 plus 3, so it'd be either a 17 or a 19.
I would say either way, you managed to find a small outcrop of
Oh,
rock that's kind of blocking the wind, and you think that that'll be enough for probably one or two people to stand behind it. And
Okay. Well, I take this information. I come back and I make some noise like arf, arf, and I point my nose over to Usopp, and I'm I kind of twist my head follow me, and then I run off into the distance.
Nice, like Scooby Doo.
Because
Over here.
Well, well, I can't speak, so I have to try to
Yeah. All right. So I think 6 doesn't meet Usopp's
Nope.
AC, right?
Nope.
So, so Lloyd, Bunny Rabbit Lloyd, you try to kick him, but he just sort of moves out of the way.
That was a good bunny.
Fucking. I hate this. I hate this. I hate you.
Excuse me. All right. So
All right, Usopp, you after a few minutes of waiting, you see Greenspell the wolf come back. He barks at you and then runs further down the path.
Definitely follow.
Yeah, I'll follow as well.
All right, so you guys find a small, just a small outcropping of rock that kind of blocks from the wind. You think you could probably rest here for a bit
Okay.
and maybe
So-
warm up.
We need a fire ASAP. Holly, do you think you can do that?
Also,
Luna?
Yeah. Just look
I'm
at it.
gonna go out and try to find some firewood,
All right,
Just
small firewood.
Mhm.
that would be a
twigs and
survival.
is Lloyd back to his normal self?
Oh no, let's last up to an hour. You're mine.
Wait, if there's already been a constitution check, doesn't there already mean it's been an hour?
Not necessarily.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Also, you weren't doing a constitution check. You were doing a attack roll.
Yeah, we haven't had a constitution check since he turned you into the rabbit.
You came up to me and said, turn me into an animal, and I turned you into the animal, and then we went to find shelter, so
Yeah.
you're on the beginning of this hour, bud.
Yeah, that is
Beggars
true.
can't be choosers.
So Greenspell, you managed to find a few small twigs. Nothing too big, but you think it'll be able to make a small fire.
Arf.
All right. Well, you guys managed to get a small fire up and going. Greenspell brings some small twigs, and then Luna, you use your fire breath to light up a small flame.
And then while that's going on, I lay on Luna to try to keep her warm.
Okay.
I will cuddle the bunny rabbit.
How long are you going to be remaining here?
How much daylight do we have left? Can we see the sun, or is it too treacherous to see how bright it is?
It's definitely daytime. It's pretty overcast and kind of snowy, but you think it's based on how long the day has gone on so far, it's probably late evening, or not late evening. I mean, late afternoon or early evening, maybe.
So we probably shouldn't stay here too long, otherwise they'll be dark, and then we'll really get cold.
Bad, yeah.
So maybe an hour.
Okay.
Maybe they can lose level exhaustion.
Yep, I'll say everyone who's resting here can lose the level of exhaustion,
So that
and then the
means
polymorph
Luna-
will run out.
polymorph will definitely run out.
So Luna's at
3.
3.
Yep.
Lloyd's at 3.
So does Lloyd remember what happened as a rabbit? Or no?
I'll say. Let me read polymorph again. I think probably
I would, for flavor, yes.
the target. When it reverts to normal, the creature returns. It is. Yeah, I would say so.
I imagine it's almost like an out of body experience where your astral self can see the rabbit, and you can, you feel it, you feel it, and you have you can see it, you can feel what it's feeling, but you don't have direct control over it in the same way like you would
Yeah,
normally.
maybe.
Lloyd
Maybe.
just looks at him and just go like, I fucking hate you.
I'll look back. And
I
go,
am going to remember this, I hope you know.
I go up to Lloyd and I playfully hit him in the face with my paw.
I liked you better as a bunny rabbit.
He's gonna push you down the mountain.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, you guys are continuing on down the path.
I think so.
So wait,
Have all of the soldiers been making these checks too, or are they just, immune to the cold?
They have winter clothes.
Okay.
I get. Okay.
I
We probably should have thought about that before we left.
No.
Oh well.
So
You
what?
know.
Damn. What level of exhaustion? I can't remember. Was I at 3 or?
I think you were only at 2, so you're back down to 1, I guess.
Okay.
I'm at 3.
I'm
Alright.
at 0. Well, technically I'm at 2. I think I'm at 1, but it doesn't matter because wolf.
All right.
Oof.
How long does wild shape last? That's a good question.
I don't know.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm
I think
looking at.
as long as
I think
you
it's 8 hours.
It says here. I'm checking. 4th level, you can transform. 8th level, it doesn't have any specifics. Oh, but it's not a spell, so it's a class ability.
Yeah.
You can use this twice. Expended uses after a short or long rest. It doesn't say anything, so I'm guessing it's as long as I can.
As long as you're active. Okay, cool.
So basically, I could stay this way as long as I wanted to until I get damaged and I am forced to turn back into a person.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Well, there you go. All right. So another hour will pass. So Luna, Lloyd, Usopp, Constitution saving throw.
Everyone's favorite. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ah!
Oh, I got that one.
Oh, but you have advantage.
I have
Remember,
advantage. Yep.
because you're.
Because my draconic
resistance.
bloodlines. Yeah. Nice.
Wait.
So you still pass. Lloyd, you fail, unfortunately.
Wait.
Luna.
I have a question. Wasn't for that hour? Wasn't Greenspell just laying on Luna?
More or less.
I mean, if he wants to, it's up to him.
I was.
There
Like,
you go.
to try to keep your body,
So I'm asking, is that an advantage?
If he's trying to keep you, give you advantage.
Sorry. That didn't help, though.
Yeah.
All right.
I tried. I mean, wolf.
All right. Well, after another hour of walking, you guys finally turn around the corner of them, and you're out of the wind. It's still freezing cold, but at least the wind isn't blowing on you, and so you can light your torches and keep warm now.
I'm going to stay as a wolf for now.
Okay. After another few hours of walking, you guys set up to make camp.
We'll definitely need to get a big fire going.
Let's see. Was that everything in that one? Yeah, just 5. Okay. And then let's see if anything happens. 2. Okay, interesting. As you guys are walking up, you see something somewhat unexpected. You see another caravan coming the other way. Just as you're setting up camp, you encounter another caravan. It looks to be about 12 people or so with a few horses and a small cart. They cautiously walk up to you and greet you.
Well,
You
I'm
see,
going to turn back into a human for this.
you see an older gentleman sort of walking up to you. He looks at you sort of tentatively. Ah, has the pass been cleared then? Caravans are getting through?
I like shake my head. I'm like, I wouldn't say so.
Really?
We
It
had
seems
we had we had a chance encounter with the dragon.
his eyes go wide. Dragon, you say?
Yes, a white dragon, quite the angry fellow.
And how did you escape?
Well, let's just say my companions have a silver tongue,
You don't
and
say.
also a fair bit of gold as well.
Well, do you think that if we offered it some of its gold, it would allow us to pass as well?
How much gold
I,
are you?
I hate to be I hate to be I hate to impose, but just how much gold are you thinking?
He shrugs and sort of looks to some of the other people. We
It
do
is
carry
silver.
quite a bit of gold on us. We could offer it 100 pieces, maybe.
I look at Luna. Oh, well, who's awake for this?
You guys are just setting up camp.
Oh, we're just setting up camp. I
So
look at
pretty much all of
Luna
you are.
and I'm like, I don't know if that would be enough. I think it'd be best if you well,
Well, considering the fact that
to be perfectly blunt, I don't trust that dragon to keep his word.
I'll walk up and be like, okay, we had to use both intimidation and gold. Can you intimidate a dragon? Yes or no?
I doubt it.
I'm assuming the people in the caravan. There's nobody in the caravan that's like, martially trained. They just like regular people,
There are a few like guards, caravan guards.
but no adventurers with them though.
Not really.
Not obviously.
Yeah. They look.
What's your
I mean,
what?
they're like regular. They have a couple like regular caravan guards, regular soldier types. Not like.
If I may ask, good sir, what is the nature of your business? Perhaps it would be wise for you to delay your trip and accompany. You can join us on the trip back. We can help
Ah,
protect you.
Good idea.
well, I suppose that would be acceptable. We were
I
going
hope
going
you're in no
past.
rush.
Well, it has been a bit of a trouble. You see, I'm a merchant, and I make my living by taking goods over these mountains. It's never an easy journey, but it does pay quite well. It's enough for me to manage my caravan and to provide a good home for my family. But
Well.
considering that caravans hadn't been making it through for a while, I wasn't willing to risk it. But let's just say I don't have very much left of my reserve cash. I'm
Well.
not sure that I'll be able to survive much longer if I don't make it across and sell some of my goods.
I look at Luna and I'm like, how much supplies do we have remaining? I don't- I guess you're talking to the guard, talking
Yeah.
to Himoka, like,
That's more Himiko.
sir.
We have enough supplies to last us perhaps another week, enough to see us all down the other end of this pass. Not enough to spare.
Well, how much further is it till the edge, till the pass, the edge of the pass?
It's about a week.
Well, we will not get. Well, I turn back to the caravan, sir. Well, we will not stand in your way. However, I would advise that you turn around and you would accompany us on our way back instead. Unless you want to go toe to toe with a dragon, which I can tell you is not a fight that you will win.
Indeed. Well, I thank you for your offer. I suppose I'll set up camp around here and then I'll discuss it with my men.
Yes.
and we'll make a decision in the morning.
Right. Well, I
Can I
think we
ask
were
you
just about to
something?
set up camp ourselves. So safety
Very
in
well.
numbers, I suppose.
Yes, we'll set up camp just next to yours then.
Very well. Do you have a name, sir?
Yes. You could call me. You could call me Alexius.
Do you mind if I call you Lex? It's a bit of a mouthful.
I suppose you can call me whatever you wish.
Wait,
All
isn't
right,
there
then.
already a soldier called Alexius?
Just
Yes.
Alexis, I think. Oh, yeah.
Yep, there is.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
She
Right.
can't do that. Shoot her or something.
All right.
All right.
You guys
So we set up
camp.
Yes.
You guys are setting up camp, and you guys presumably same watch as every night before.
More or
No,
less.
more or
Right.
less, but I do want to go to Alexius.
The merchant or the soldier?
Yeah.
Merchant this time.
Okay. Yes. How could I help you?
It pains my heart to see the people in need. Is there any way you can turn back?
Well, I suppose it's better than dying, even if I lose all my belongings and have to go into debt.
Tell me your debt for this expedition.
Well, these supplies are worth around 500 gold pieces, I would say.
That's not what I was asking. How much does it cost for you to transport and carry these goods?
Yes. Well, I've paid per day. It's about 2 or 3 gold pieces per person. So since there's 12 of us, it's about what? 24 gold pieces per day over the entire pass. That would be like somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 gold pieces. But since we've only been traveling for about a week, it would be about half of that, so around 150. That was the cost that I've invested in the journey so far.
Right. So, here's my proposition. Don't go up the mountain, you will be eaten by a dragon. But I will give you. I will just kind of sit and contemplate for a second. Say I give you 50 gold pieces. Will you sit here and wait for us?
Wait for you. Up here on the top of the mountain?
No, you can come back and I'll give you 75. There's the dragons. This is a sticky situation. We managed to make a deal with the dragon ourselves, but that does not include anyone else on the path.
Hmm. Well, I suppose I'll have to make do. I'm sure my family would prefer that I live rather than. I could never make any money again if I'm dead.
Exactly. So
I doubt my men would follow me up the mountain if they knew there's a dragon up there anyway.
Luna does this all. And I cannot help but take pity on those that cannot make means for themselves in what's the word? circumstances beyond their control.
Yes. Well, I suppose I'll have to head back down the mountain in any case. And perhaps I'll wait for someone else to go up and clear it. Maybe I can petition some of the soldiers at the base of the mountain. Maybe they could send up a small expedition.
See if you can wait long enough for us. If not, the 75 gold is yours. If so,
I thank you, sir. That's quite kind of you.
but comes on the condition, if so, then we will be expected 10 gold a person.
Uh, 10 gold a person?
Something simple. You only said you were traveling with like 6 or 7.
There's 12.
12. I can't count.
Hmm.
So,
Well, in any
here's-
case, I'm sure that we'll head back down the mountain. I have no choice at this point. It's not as though we could take on a dragon ourselves.
So we're. I offer you this in the sincerest hope that you stay alive, but are. I will even lower it. Five gold a person. I thought that was much fewer than you. This is a mutual agreement. If you can let, so I will give you the 70 now.
Okay.
Then, I think my math is right. You pay us 5 gold a person to escort you back.
I see. So you'll give me 70 gold now, and then
To pay for you while you wait. Yes.
and then when I return, I'll pay you back 60 gold. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Well, that is quite a generous offer. I suppose you're my only chance to pass over the mountains anyway, so I'll have to wait for you. Or perhaps I can convince the guards to send up an expedition, but
There's no way any guards are going to make that expedition. I will tell you that right now.
perhaps. Well, in any case, it seems as though I have no choice, so of course I accept.
I'm glad. I will find you, hopefully, within a couple weeks.
Yes, well, I'll be waiting in Delos at the base of the mountains.
The base of the mountains.
Yes, once we arrive there, I'll
Please
wait
tell
in
me
Delos.
your name. Again, it was Alexius.
Yes, that's right.
And who can I come to seek you?
I suppose I could give you my address. I live just on the outskirts of the city. Well, it's not really a city. It's more of a military encampment with a few small houses around. I'll be staying in one of the houses along the main road, just outside of the encampment. You can't miss it. There aren't very many houses in Delos.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. As the Luna guides me, I cannot let the poor and the innocent let by my side.
Hmm. That's very gracious of you, sir.
Gracious is Selena's not gracious. We are done. We are in her guidance and all are under her guide, and thus we cannot let the wayward be left alone.
Wise words, I say. Must say that I'm quite fortunate to have met you up here. Perhaps Sulina was watching over us and my body.
Fulana is always watching, whether you know it or not.
Well,
I
in
bid you
any case,
farewell.
yes, of course. All right. You guys camp for the night, and then we'll head up to the next day. And this random caravan group that you found, yeah, they're going to follow you back down the mountain. They're not going to go up and face the dragon. So now you have 12 extra people kind of straggling alongside you.
Hey, we can do we don't have to worry about the sled anymore.
Yeah, that is true, actually. They'll let you use their car to keep some of your supplies on. All right. Let's move to the next day. All right, and on this day, as you start to descend down the mountains, finally, you're getting to the other side. You guys encounter a massive blizzard.
Again?
Beautiful.
Throughout this whole day, there's a very long blizzard. You guys manage to get through it, but it makes travel more slow. So you only make about half as much progress as you could have if it weren't for the blizzard. You guys set up camp for the night, and then let's see if anything happens. 9. Nope, can't do that one. 3, can't do that one. 4, okay. Oh, nope. Nothing's going to happen this night. We'll just move on to the next. So that is number 4. Oh, okay. You guys are getting further and further down to the other side of the mountains. The progress is a little faster now that you guys are going down the mountain rather than up. At this location, you find it's a little bit higher than on the other side. You're not quite in the foothills yet, but you managed to find another one of the emergency cabins. There's no food, but a small sack of wood available.
Oh, real quick, DM. What did I promise? 70?
Yeah.
Okay. I just gotta do a little bit of math here.
Lloyd just sighs, just going like, "We could have used one of those earlier. Why isn't there one on the top of the mountain?"
Himmelko
is 20?
chuckles. Who would maintain a cabin on the top of the?
What's 21 minus 6? Or 7. Sorry.
14?
So, thank you so much.
Right. This day will pass without incident. You guys rest up and take camp. You may as well do it in the cabin while you're passing through. The next day, another day will pass. All right, and you guys are getting close to the bottom of the mountains now. This is the bottom of one of the tall mountains, and you're going to be just walking through the foothills after this. So you're almost on the other side of the mountains. As you guys are walking down, you see there's been a large rock slide that's blocking. Rocks have fallen down and are blocking part of the path in front of you. Himmelko looks at it and he says, "Sorry, I don't know any alternate paths this time."
Guess we just have to dig our way through, huh?
Strength
I
check.
suppose so, unless you have some other tricks up your sleeve.
Tricks, you say? Let me double check this.
Tricks are for kids.
They're great. I can do that 3 times. We have like 12 people in the group. Okay.
All right. So you guys
Yeah,
going
no,
to?
can't do anything.
You guys just gonna dig out the rock slide?
Unfortunately, it seems we have caused an impasse, and this is not a trigger impasse. This is for the population. They can't get to the mountain. They can't survive. We have to brute force our way through.
All right. So I'll
Unless
make
anyone
this
objects.
just a skill check, basically, or a group skill check. So you can think of something that your character can contribute, and then roll whatever you think would be appropriate for that.
Can I
So-
use my spiritual weapon to create a shovel and like use that?
Yeah, I'll allow that. I guess. So Lloyd, you're just digging, presumably.
Yeah.
Okay, 19. That'll be a success.
So
A green spell using your spiritual weapon as a shovel. I would say
Or maybe it would be better to use it. Well, if it's a weapon, then maybe better to use a pick, like a pickaxe, to break
Yeah.
up some of the larger rocks.
I would say that would be like you could do like a spell casting do like
Ability
a
check?
yeah, maybe do religion or something.
Religion? Okay.
Or I mean it would be like arcana, but you don't have very good arcana.
Would it be my ability, like my spellcasting ability?
Yeah, go for that.
Should be wisdom. 13.
13. Okay, I'll count that as a success. And then Usopp, what are you going to be doing?
So, basically, it's just hand labor. I'm putting things on cart, digging out trenches. Constitution is just I am there as long as I can be
Right.
until I have to quit.
Okay, I'll allow that. 24, that's definitely a success. Luna, how are you helping out?
I'm trying to think of something.
Bardic inspiration.
Yep, you could do that. Play an inspiring song for everyone as they work.
But fuck it. Yeah, I'll do it. I can't think of anything.
Okay, I'll allow that.
I don't care who this lands on.
I'll say
Would you-
make a performance check, Luna.
Performance?
Yep. To see how well you inspire.
I was about to say if I got a nat 1, I was gonna be pissed.
I'll consider that a success. 14, that's probably good enough. All right. So Luna is playing her music, inspiring the group as you work with Lloyd just getting in and digging out the material. Green spell using his spiritual weapon, and then Usopp putting it in a cart, and then some of the soldiers are out there helping as well, picking up the stones. And the caravan you met, they're using their cart and the horse and sort of dragging it around to a spot where they can dump the rocks over the cliff face. So after like a good probably 30 minutes or something, you guys work pretty efficiently and clear away the landslide. With that, you guys continue on for the rest of your day. You camp for the night, and then let's see if anything strange is going to happen. Let's see, what is that? Oh, that'll be fun. Okay. So, yeah, who would that be affecting? Okay. So as you guys go to camp, then you wake up in the morning. Greenspell, make a perception check for me.
Nat 1.
Okay. All right. So you go to put on one of your boots, and as you do so, you feel like pain in one of your toes. You rapidly pull off your boot, and you see inside there's a spider.
Yeah. What the fuck was that? How large of a spider is it?
I mean, it's maybe the size of a black widow, maybe. A pretty big
Uh-oh.
size.
Can I do a nature check to see if I know what kind of spider it is?
Yes, you can.
12.
12. I would say you're probably not going to be super familiar with the spiders in this area.
Do I know? Well, let's see. Do I know if it was? Obviously it
Venomous?
hurts. I mean, yeah, I guess.
I would say you're not sure if it's venomous or not.
Like, do I feel like I'm in severe pain, or is it just like ow? Like when you step on
Make
like.
that would be a medicine check.
I'm.
That is
I
a
need
skill in this game,
to
right?
get ready for tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Okay. We'll probably get to Delos, and that'll be the end of the session anyway. So that much longer.
See ya.
Right. See
I
ya.
know.
All right. A 12. I would say it's enough to know that the spider bit you pretty good. It's impossible to. Not impossible. You don't necessarily know if it's venomous or not. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
You figure probably you'll know within an hour or two if it is venomous.
Oh no.
All right. All right. Well, can I walk on it, or am I like? Is it like painful where I can't put weight on it?
It doesn't hurt too much right now. You can still walk on it.
Can I crush the spider with my other boot?
Yeah, go for it.
Do I need to roll a check? It just.
Yeah, easily enough. You just crush the spider.
Right. Well, and I'm gonna shake my boot out to make sure there's not anything else in there.
Okay.
Anything else in there?
No. It's just a spider in one of your boots. You're continuing on?
Yep. Well, before we leave, I'm gonna go over to Alexi. Is it Alexius? Is that his name?
The merchant.
The merchant, not the soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his name.
Yes. Excuse me, sir. Would you happen to have anybody who is well versed in medicine on your caravan?
Yes, I do have one who I take with us who's sort of a healer. Cyril, come over here. And you see a sort of young man who walks over. And what is it?
Would you mind taking a look at this? And I take off my boot and I show him my foot that was bit. I seem to have been bitten by a spider. I woke up this morning, put my boots on, and let's just say I was in for a nasty surprise.
He sort of looks it over. And the spider, do you still have it?
Well, I guess it's on the bottom of my boot, other boot. I lift up my shoe and I show him like.
He sort of rolls his eyes, but he takes a look at it. Yes, I believe that this is a venomous sort of spider. It shouldn't be life-threatening, but
well,
if we don't treat it, you could potentially lose your foot.
Well, don't worry about it. I will, I will cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Ah, well then it's settled.
And I just snap my fingers, and all of a sudden, like a bright, flash, and then it's like, oh, and the kaboom, and the poison's gone.
Yes, and the venom leaves your system. There you go.
Yep. I imagine it comes out as like a big, angry purple black cloud of like.
Yeah, there you go.
And just flies away.
Like,
it looks like a swarm of bees.
It was fortunate that you happen to have that spell.
Yes. Would you be able to bandage it? I can't exactly yet. We don't. One thing we did not think to bring was medical supplies, unfortunately.
He sort of clicks his fingers at one of the others, Could you grab me some of the medical supplies, bandages over there, and the other people in the caravan? He comes over and they wrap your foot up. He says, I believe it should be okay. Since you used lesser restoration, I think you shouldn't have any issues. But if you notice any residual redness or anything like that in a couple days, make sure to mention it to me.
Well, thank you, Doctor.
Yes, of course.
Zero, I believe. Yes.
Yes, that was my name.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you again.
And with that, he gets up and walks off.
All right, I'll put my shoe back on. And yeah,
All right.
I guess we can continue on our way.
You guys continue for the next day. And let's see if anything fun happens.
Dragon attack.
Maybe. I don't
No.
know. We'll see.
Well, I find it hard to believe you have 20 different outcomes planned. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. That would be kind of neat.
I've some planned, but not.
I imagine it's like a range, probably.
Okay. All right. Well, another day will pass without incident, and then you guys are getting close to the end now. You guys are out.
How's my foot? I'm assuming my foot doesn't have any problems, like no residual pain, swelling.
Yeah,
redness.
it sort of swells up a little bit with the first day, but then it goes down the second day, and
It hurts, but it's not like dangerously,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you're the lesser restoration did the work, and you're gonna die. Right.
All right.
You guys continue on to the next day, and then see if anything happens. 12. Okay. So this night, as you guys are going to bed, the first watch, whoever that was,
Yo.
you hear in the distance some wolves howling. You sort of actually roll perception.
Okay. Perception. 21.
21. You notice that there are a few wolves. It would be the first watch, so just green spell.
Okay.
You notice a few wolves who are sort of near camp, but it doesn't look like they're gathering, like circling around you or anything. They just seem to be nearby.
Can I use my wild shape to turn into a wolf as well and see if I can interact with them?
You may.
Okay. So that's exactly what I'll do. I sort of get on all fours and I let out a howl, and then next thing you know, I'm a wolf.
Okay. Yeah. So you go and interact with some of the wolves, and they, as you do that, some of the wolves sort of turn over to you, and they seem somewhat confused. They kind of at first they're like kind of growling at you, and then they're like, "Who are you?" They sort of.
I
walk
mean,
over.
I guess I know wolves technically can't talk.
Yeah.
But obviously there is communication to be had in body language and smell.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So they.
I sort of like grab them, like this is my turf. Stay away.
Okay. So you're trying to intimidate them away.
Yep. Do I need to roll intimidation?
Yeah. Sure.
12.
12.
Okay, actually, it would be 10. Well, no, it's 12. It's 12.
The wolves, the couple of them look over at you and they growl back, but they sort of back off. It doesn't look like they're going to bother you.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, I turn back to camp and I transform back into my halfling self.
All right. Awesome. With that, we'll move on to the next day. And this will be your last day. Finally, at the end of this day, you guys arrive in the city of Delos. Well, city.
Yay, we made it to Oregon.
Yes, you finally made it.
And nobody died of dysentery. Not this time.
That's true. Somebody almost died of cold, though, of exposure.
Oh,
Yeah, so we had one person that got almost mauled by a dragon, another one who almost died of hypothermia.
So basically,
two people.
the As
Pretty much. All right, so we made it, and we're all.
You guys, yep, you arrive in Delos. You see, it seems like the town itself is like a small collection of houses built around the main road of the entrance to this sort of military encampment. There's probably at least a few thousand soldiers sort of milling about in this encampment, and a small town has sort of sprung up around them. The encampment does have stone walls, so it's built as a more like permanent headquarters of the eastern operations of the empire. But you know that this is the last settlement owned by the empire, the easternmost settlement. So this is your last place to gather supplies and do everything you need to.
So we're basically right on the border of the empire.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I suppose what we should do first is we should head to the headquarters. Well, first off, we should probably take the horses to a stable or something nearby so they can get water and fresh hay.
Right.
Or whatever it is they eat. People, I don't know.
Yep. That's true.
So the horse, they didn't tell you they were the horses of Diomedes. They actually eat people.
Right. So, yeah, you guys, as you walk into the city, Alexius and his merchants, they'll sort of bid you farewell. Thank you for helping us down the mountain. I'll stay in my house nearby here. And he offers to feed and water your horses as a sort of thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, with a gesture, thank you for your understanding, and hopefully we'll have this just dragon situation dealt with before too long, and you can continue your business as you were,
He nods. And would you like me to take your horses with me as well, feed and water them? I can keep them in my stables. It's no trouble.
If it's not too much trouble, I think. Well, actually, I don't know. It's a good question because we may need them actually for a bit. How long? Well, I turned note to Usopp and to Luna. How long do you think we'll need to, prepare for our next expedition? A few days, maybe.
2 days max.
All right. If you can hold them for maybe a day or so, it will be helpful. Where we prepare our for our expedition to. Well, I guess we shouldn't tell them what's going on. You don't know who. We prepare to deal with our business.
It's our secret expedition to go assassinate the political leader.
We didn't tell him what we're doing.
Okay.
Plus, we don't know. Plus, we have no idea who he is and what his alliances are. For all we know, he could secretly be a mole, or true.
Very good. Okay, so he'll take your horses and say yes, of course. I'll hold on to them for a day or two. That's no trouble. I'll give them food, water, and everything. He leads them off, and please come visit anytime.
Thank you.
He sort of heads off to one of these houses over here, in the actual civilian part of this town. All right, where are you guys headed to?
Well, I suppose first things first, we should head to the headquarters and check in with Eastern Command and see get the lowdown of what's going on.
All right.
And I'm sure the soldiers would like to report what they saw to HQ. Give them a sense of what we're dealing with, both in the mountain pass and also, what we're going up against.
Right. All right. So you guys walk up to the camp. As you approach, the guard stop you. Halt! No civilians may enter. And then Himilko sort of walks up and he says, "Don't worry about it. We're from the west. We're coming from Aspon. Direct orders of the consul himself." And he sort of holds a small seal. The guards look at it and he says, "Very well, you may enter." With that, you guys enter into the camp. You see it's much more organized than the outlying city, with rows and rows of barracks, and then kind of the center, command and officer housing and granaries and stuff in the middle.
This place is like a fortress.
Yes, sir. You guys are headed to the headquarters?
Yes. Who is the man in charge here?
The guard looks to you. We follow orders from the legate Basilius.
Can you take us to him?
Yes, one moment, please. And he sort of leads you into camp and then into the headquarters and into one of the rooms. Sort of a small kind of conference room with a table and a few chairs for you all to sit in. And a few moments later, you see a youngish-looking man. Maybe he's in his early 30s, late or something. Who comes out and he greets you. I'm the legate Basilius, leader of this camp. You were sent by the consul Justianus. Is that correct?
That is correct. Were you informed of our, arrival? In terms of, we were coming, yes?
We received a message immediately. You would be arriving in our camp.
Yes. Then you understand the nature of our business.
I do. We will provide you with whatever supplies are necessary for the continuation of your journey.
And you can also understand the importance of discretion.
Yes, of course. There are very few in the camp who know the true nature of your mission, or even that you have such a mission at all.
Right.
In any case,
yes, go ahead, by all means.
The attacks from the barbarians to the east have been increasing of late. The journey will be quite treacherous. I assume that you understood this before you departed, however.
Yes, we did. What can you tell us of what can you tell us? Numbers, weapons, anything that might be of, of assistance, if you will?
Yes. The barbarians tend to utilize hit-and-run tactics. They ride on the back of horses and shoot arrows. That way they never have to engage directly with horses. It's quite troublesome and has made it difficult to push further into the steppe, where the land is flat and they can easily maneuver on horseback. But don't let that fool you. They are still quite capable warriors, even on the ground. I wouldn't want to engage them on horseback, but even they can be quite deadly with just a sword or spear. Let's see. Their numbers are. It's difficult to estimate. In their capital city, all the way in Kusara, there are perhaps 100,000 of them, but that includes women, children, civilians, and the. In terms of their actual armed forces, certainly in the tens of thousands, I would say. Though they're deployed not all in one location. They typically utilize hit-and-run tactics. There are small bands of them roaming all over the countryside. They are somewhat more congregated along the main road to Kusara, but even if you head out into the Himanu grassland or any of the surrounding areas, you're quite likely to encounter them just out and about. They've been raiding not only passing merchants, but many of our expeditions have been hampered by their activity.
Yes. Well, hopefully, with all of this going on, this will not be of any future concern. And keep in mind, I'm speaking for Axel because he's not here.
Right.
He'd be the one doing all the talking.
Okay.
More or less. So, a few more questions, if you may, if you don't mind. Can you show me the map, and would you show me what path you think would be the most, possibly the best way to get there without being detected, or to minimize our chances of being, being, sighted? Because obviously, if these armies are as formidable as you say they are, then it's only a question of time before we are discovered.
There are about 3 possible routes. You could take the main road, which is the straightest path. You would get there quickly, but there's a decent chance that you would be spotted. Any that you encounter, you would need to either lie to them and perhaps convince them to leave you alone, or kill them. You could go further north into the Hamanu Grass. You'd be less likely to encounter any of them there, but it will take much longer. And, well, as you head further north, it gets drier and drier. It would be difficult to even traverse the Himanu grassland if you go too far. If you go further south, the grassland is slightly more livable. It is a wetter region. It would be easier to find water there, but as such, you would be more likely to find small villages and also detachments of barbarians. Though it isn't the main road, so perhaps you would avoid the bowl.
This might be an interesting idea, but you wouldn't happen to have any, uniforms from them, do you? Because stealth is our clear advantage, and if we could potentially pose as the enemy, then we could probably sneak in without anybody noticing any different.
That is a fair point.
Especially from afar, if we keep our distance, then they won't be able to tell.
They don't, in truth, carry uniforms. But I could dress you in some of the clothes that we know that
or
they
an
wear.
Armor. Yes, I'm surely they must have some kind of armor and weapons that they use that is collectively used by the army. Not uniforms per se, but
so it isn't. They don't have a sort of standard set of clothes, but there is a style of clothes worn by barbarians, and if you were to emulate it, at best they would think that you are civilians passing.
Yes, it may not be a bad idea to try and sneak our way there.
The larger issue that I foresee with that is while capable of speaking common, the barbarians do have their own language.
I see.
I'm not sure that you would be able to emulate that, I'm afraid.
Well, I think one of my companions has the ability to speak just about any language you can think of under the sun. I think it would be smart to let them do the talking, if push comes to shove.
I see. Well, in that case, of course, I'll provide you with some outfits. I suppose you'll need a few more. Typically, almost everyone in their groups, especially raiding parties, but even civilians, they all almost ride on horseback. Horses are a very important element of their culture.
Yes, well, we did happen to bring 3 horses across the mountain, but I think it would be, if you have horses to spare, I think it would be helpful to legitimize our disguise.
We could provide you with a few horses and some disguises for all men.
Oh. Yes, well, as you know, it's not just my companions, but also a small group of soldiers who would be trying to sneak across. So, how large are these raiding parties usually? We don't want to attract attention, so we want to try to match up what we. Obviously, if we show up with a few dozen people and their raiding parties are only a few men, then obviously we'll stick out like a cactus in the savannah.
It's true, there are raiding parties around your side. Typically ones that are entering into villages or just sort of bandits along the road could be around your size, perhaps a dozen men or so. Typically ones that are attacking villages or attacking military installations number in the hundreds.
Interesting.
So
and
perhaps
this might be. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
As a traveling group that's just raiding roads or small villages, perhaps.
And these barbarians, do you happen to know if they look, from their skin and if they have any, they look dark, darker skin or odd colored? Obviously, if we're trying to pass as barbarians, we need to, use the full disguise. If
yes,
face paint or disguise kits or whatever. I imagine these peoples are human, but they aren't, they don't look like the rest of the empire, if you will.
Yes,
I
their,
imagine.
their skin is typically slightly darker than that of the Imperial, though not significantly so.
I have to
With a
go.
bit of tanning out in the sun, perhaps you could pass as one. Though I must say there aren't many halflings in there.
I guess I could pose as a child
I suppose.
or
Um,
a raider in training, if you will.
They typically have dark hair, but that's true of many Imperials as well.
Well, my hair is also dark as well, so
I think there would be little modification needed in that area.
well, I will.
I have to go.
You need.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're pretty much just at the end. We're just
Well, yeah,
panning
we'll
out.
wrap up this conversation and that'll be it, I think.
All right.
So,
Oh, okay.
all right.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right. Well. Yeah.
All right.
I
Okay.
think with that, that's everything I think we'll need. Obviously, food, provisions, and as you mentioned, clothing and weapons of the enemy would be good to help disguise and hide our presence, both from the barbarians and also from any other imperial soldiers who might be on the lookout for us.
Yes.
Because especially since they don't know about this mission, and they will probably not hesitate to attack a band of barbarians if they catch sight of them.
That is true. Though I suppose if worst comes to worst, you could show them the seal from the legion that your men belong to.
Well, I
It
suppose
would be an option.
that would be an option, but I would
assuming
prefer
they don't
not.
kill you before that point.
Right. I don't expect them. Don't take any offense to this, but the people of this empire, they seem to be the kind who attack first and then ask questions later.
Well, it's necessary out there in the field. I'm sure you understand.
I suppose. I'm not much of a soldier myself, but I've seen my fair share of battle, and I can understand the necessity for action over negotiation.
Very well. I shall provide you with disguises and some horses and any food and other supplies that you need to make the journey.
Yes, and as we've said before, this mission needs to be kept secret as much as possible. Both the Imperials and the enemy could not know of our true intentions. Otherwise, we jeopardize an all-out. We'll jeopardize, for increasing the levels of conflict to be had. Last thing we want is, if the barbarians knew that we were launching a full-scale assassination attempt, they would. That we could use that as a rallying cry to summon more soldiers to their cause.
Perhaps. Well, it is up to you whether to stay here in camp. I could provide a barracks for you, or if you'd rather keep up the air of being passing civilians, you could stay in the nearby inn. I'll leave that decision up to you. In any case, if there's nothing further, I believe this meeting is concluded. If you need anything else, you may speak with the quartermaster. I've authorized him to provide you with whatever you need.
Very good then, sir. Thank you.
He nods.
I will.
And, leaves the room.
I will relay this information to the rest of our team.
Okay. Right.
All right.
You guys.
All right. That's it.
Yep.
That went differently. I'm sure that went a lot different than you were expecting.
Yep. I didn't expect you guys to circumvent the dragon that way, but
we've been doing a really good job of completely circumventing your whatchamacallits, all your combat encounters, or either circumventing them or preparing so much that they become jokes.
Yeah, that's true. But honestly, I think that's I don't mind. That's good. You guys are doing a good job of preparing and
getting ourselves. Yeah, we're not just going in rushing in blind.
It is
as much
different to a lot of D&D groups, I've got to say.
Most D&D groups are the kind of people who would just go in there and just be like, okay, here's an enemy, we're gonna go, stab him, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, you got TPK.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I do wish we did have a little bit of combat. Like I do kind of want to like kill the dragon, but obviously I'm not going to,
Yeah.
Okay.
throw a wrench.
Oh,
I wasn't gonna like.
say-
I didn't want to like, I accidentally stabbed the dragon, or oops, I accidentally shot the dragon. Now he's pissed at us.
Yeah.
I was this.
I'm
I was
surprised that
literally this
talking the dragon
close.
down worked.
I was
I-
this close to just like trying to polymorph and being like, "Fuck, this is taking too long. Let's get him."
Let's just get yeah, exactly. I was kind of like, we should probably try and like, obviously, and I'm sure there was played a little fast and loose with the, the difficulty of
Yeah.
the quote unquote negotiations.
Well,
Like-
the thing is, I was like, I'm never going to allow it. At first, it's like, but then he just kept rolling so well. It's like
That
I
is
can't
true.
I can't just keep make him rolling, and then he gets like, he got like a nat 20, and then he got a 19 on the dice, and it's like you can't just keep doing that, and then me just being like, okay, keep rolling forever until he eventually fails. Like
The
it's
way
just
I guess it's a difference in DM style. The way I would always do it is, basically you can try and roll as much as you want, but it's not going to happen.
yeah,
There's nothing wrong with saying no. It's just you can't be like, you got to be like, no, but yeah.
yeah, it's true. I mean,
Especially if it derails, and especially if you've prepared stuff and you just completely circumvent the encounter, then you'll be like, well, you can try, but
I
it's
feel
not
like,
gonna work.
the way that I see it is,
It's just thinking it's a different style.
it's like I think that like, yeah, you avoided bloodshed now, but you're gonna have to pass over the mountain again.
And again, we have
and-
no idea if this dragon is a trustworthy figure.
You're gonna encounter the dragon again.
And
Like,
we
that-
have
they're-
to pay. We have to pay the taxes.
Yeah, we basically he's been expecting a big score.
So I mean, I think there's a decent chance that by doing that, the dragon is now prepared for you to come through again. So
If anything, we may have just delayed the inevitable.
yeah, I feel like the way that I'm looking at it is, it's like, this isn't really like, yeah, you've avoided a combat for now, but the dragon is still probably something that will come back later.
Yes,
So,
and it's not like he's not itching to take a piece out of us.
yeah, my hope is that you'll spend like a year in the Eastern Lands, and then the dragon will just come chase you down, but now he's an adult dragon.
He's just a big big boy CR-15 dragon.
He's like, where's my money?
Yeah, pretty much. All right,
Bitch
well,
better have my money.
Did you get my whispers or no?
On Roll20?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't notice. I already logged out. Let me
I was just
Let me double check.
asking, like, doesn't like golden dragon scales cost like 20 gold?
that probably depends where you're trying to sell it.
Like 20 to 40 gold?
It's only worth as much as you can sell it for.
that's can be said about just about anything. But yes,
True.
there's a market for everything.
But like, yeah, but I'm asking this is because if you guys haven't noticed, Luna's starting to become an adult dragon as well.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I would say it probably would have sold more in Rugia, where dragons are less common. But now that you're getting into the Eastern Lands, there are actually dragons here.
Yeah.
So probably it would sell for less than that, but
Less
A
than
golden-
you think.
I mean, a golden dragon scale probably would still sell for a fair bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
don't.
go off, so
All right.
All right.
I'm
So
off as well.
are we
bye.
to next week?
Yeah, I'm good for next week as long as everyone.
I am as well.
How about you, Panda?